good evening, and welcome to Threeflings, where tonight we've got four fabulous folks playing through indie games. Tonight we are
Five, you
playing
mean?
five?
Oh,
Oh, I count. Tonight, the GM counts. Tonight we're playing Monsterhearts by Avery Alder, a game about the messy lives of teenagers who are secretly monsters. Tonight, all the monsters in our game are also Arrow or Ace. So our content warnings tonight are dramatic relationship dynamics, internalized ideas of sexual and romantic norms, codependency, potential cannibalism. So if that is not your bag, we'll see you next time. We love you. Take care of you. Well, I want to meet our monsters, but first, let's meet our players. DW.
Oh, hello. I'm DW, and I'll be playing Horace tonight. A ghoul, a zombie of sorts. That
Cat.
was.
Cat.
Hat already.
Speaking of
Hans!
Hat already? Oh no!
Oh god, I don't have my hat with me.
I only have. Oh,
Hans. It's
Hans.
okay.
dear. I only have fantasy scenery.
Okay, that works.
Horace. I am the ghoul class, and zombie that was rejected from hell, because he was just too nice. You know,
It's the most DW
Hell,
campaign you could have made.
I didn't want you. Go back up there and be mean. Yeah.
Draz.
Hello. Tonight I will be playing Celine, the Fae. She, they, Fae pronouns. Treats everything like, it's a business transaction of like, oh yeah, you're getting something out of it, I'm getting something out of it, it's an equal deal, and doesn't really, think about, like, people actually, like, feelings and stuff. Like, oh, people actually, like, emotionally enjoy stuff? Couldn't be me.
And Ink.
Hi, my name is Ink. I don't usually have a hot dog on my head. You can find me on Twitter at TheseDeadPens, and also in the chat under the same name. Tonight, I am playing Nyx, she, they pronouns, who is the hollow born of a witch, immaculately dressed, and born of a fantasy novel.
Alright, and Zan.
Hello, I am Zan, also known as Pale White Rabbit, and tonight I am playing the Mortal. And the reason why the Hollow is based off of a fantasy novel is because the Mortal, Micah is who I'm playing, pronounced she, they, has wished the Hollow into existence. Because she was just that lonely.
Aw.
And the person who helped create Nyx is I realized I don't think I actually said my character's name. My character was Celine, and she helped create Nyx out of a fairy bargain.
So it's already messy and entangled, but let's make it a little messier. We want to start. We've already done our classroom. We've already talked about safety tools with the five of us, but let's chat our backstories. So, Celine, do you want to start?
Yes. So you need to let me scroll down to this. Okay, so my first thing about my backstory is that I wear my heart on my sleeve, give everyone a string, so everyone else gets a string on me. Celine is a very shameless person. They, like... Well, we'll get more into this once we get into the game, but, like... Very, like... Because they're so, like... They don't really give a shit about, like, human mortal norms. and like they do like enough to fit in to, you know, not like stick out too much of a sore thumb and like not be like too much of a problem, but like generally, like if this was like a Chronicles of Darkness game, like where there's like a masquerade and stuff, definitely not caring about the masquerade. So yeah, that's why everyone else here knows that Celine is a fae. Obviously, like, for some people that's more, you know, comes to the territory than others because of, you know, the whole using fae magic to create someone thing. But yeah, and the second part about Celine's backstory is you've captured someone's fantasy, gain 2 strings on them.
Alright, so is anyone super impressed by Celine? Anyone want to say, like, that sounds like my character?
I'm not sure if I'd like to, because I think it would be interesting.
I mean,
I just kind of want my mortal heart to be pulled in so many different directions.
Does that sound good for you? Let's do it. All right.
I mean, after all, you gave me my greatest desire.
Yeah.
I feel attached to you.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
that is my backstory.
How about Horace?
Horace's backstory. Someone reminded you of what love was when you thought death had stolen it away from you forever. Give them a string. I'm gonna say that is could be. Which one of your characters do you reckon is any of your characters would express or show that they love something? That Horace would. Because I was thinking maybe Mika?
Yeah.
Having made somebody to, you know...
Yeah, Micah's like the ultimate
Micah.
Romantic. I mean, after all, they had this like favorite story and they wanted to create a person that would be there with them forever. So...
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, Horace would find that very romantic and reminds him that love does exist. And did anyone watch you die? If so, you gain 2 strings on each other. Who wants to see me die? I feel like
honestly tempting.
Happened a few times. No, I meant in the game, Draz.
No!
Oh. I think it would be really interesting
really
if
funny.
Celine saw Horace die.
Yeah, chuck it in there.
Yeah, and you also get 2 strings on me.
That can be anyone. So if anyone wants to have seen me die, and let's say it was in a weird... I feel like maybe Horace was a kid who dabbled in the dark arts, you know? He's fucking around with, like, candles and some demonic bullshit.
That was too nice for hell.
Oh yeah, just purely out of curiosity. Just like, you know, I accidentally got sent the wrong book from the library, and I'm like, I'll see what it's about, you know?
I think it'd be more interesting if, like, my character found out afterwards.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
And let's say Horace died by, I don't know, a bad summoning spell.
Ooh.
Killed by a demon!
Question for you, Horace. Did the summoning spell work, and is the demon still out there?
I was just thinking I just blew up. But, yeah, we can throw a demon in there, why not?
Not.
I'm imagining in some scenes there's just like a demon T-posing in the background. On
I'm just gonna write demon
send-
question mark in my
I'm gonna-
notes
Let's do
here.
a demon.
I'm gonna send that meme
I don't
of
know where they are.
Sending the meme of the lemon demon meme.
Yeah. It's so funny.
You know what? I love the video game Quake. It's so good. I was in the summoning circle when I accidentally triggered the spell, and I got telefragged by a demon. Like,
Oh,
when you
no!
spawn on another, and just... and then Hell's like, what are you doing here? Get back up there.
Oh
so
god,
I don't know
what a
where
way
the demon
to
is.
die!
Makes me think of the old TF2 lore where you make a deal with Satan and even Satan doesn't want you back because you're such a shit roommate.
Yeah.
All right, Nyx.
Pretty question.
What about
Yes.
your background?
So, we have, for my moves, I have, one of them is try harder next time. When you screw up, you give yourself an appropriate condition and take one forward. And strange impressions. When a main character either harms you or helps you, you can respond by studying them with wide eyes. If you do, temporarily gain one of their skin moves and add it to your character sheet, and it disappears after I use it. My backstory, you have been taking your social cues from someone, and doing so has taught you a lot about them. Gain 2 strings on them. That is definitely
Has to be-
Micah.
Yes.
That's definitely Micah. Because who else do I have for reference? And then, someone has seen through your invented past and reveals it is all lies. They gain 2 strings on you.
I feel it has to be Celine, just because she knows, like,
Yeah.
that you're, like, that you're just created. You were born yesterday, literally, kind of.
Yes.
You know?
Emerging
Which
from the
is
primordial
also very
soup.
fun, because this means that I currently have 2 strings on everyone else. Which is, I think, the most
that's-
Faye thing.
I
Yeah, that
love
is so
that.
appropriate.
I love that.
And Micah, as our mortal, you get to declare your backstory last.
Mm.
So tell us about that.
Okay, so Micah, being a mortal, but has fallen in love with fairy tales and storybooks and really just wanted magic in their life, and just went searching for it, and was just so tenacious that she found a fae, and it's just like, oh my god, this is just like one of my books. I have to make a deal with the fae, which is of course something that the books tell you never to do, and it never turns out well. But if she gets her heart's desire anyway, isn't it worth it? So Micah wanted someone who to be with, and who would be with her always. And in her mind, that makes this person her true love, which, when it comes to the mortal's backstory, the mortal has this thing called the true love, and it's like you always have exactly one lover. The first is chosen during the backstory. If you fall in love with someone else instead, give them a string and they become your new lover. You always carry one forward to earning your lover's heart or fancy. So in this case, since they were literally created for her, Nyx is Micah's lover at the moment. Her true love. Now, this doesn't really mean anything sexually. It just means that Micah is so invested in their relationship that it's going to factor into a lot of decisions that Micah makes.
So, wow.
Nyx has 5 strings on Micah for those.
Yep.
Yes.
Wow. For
Declare, choose one person to be your lover, give them 3 strings on you, and I take 1 string on them. So.
wow. So how strings work in Monsterhearts is you can spend strings on someone to either tempt them to do what you want, give them a condition, add 1 to your roll against them, or add 1 to the harm you deal with them. Or you deal them. So that's really powerful, and you can do all kinds of stuff. So I'm looking forward to all the conditions that you all give each other, because those are always my favorite in Monsterhearts.
Nyx might be learning a lot from Micah, but Nyx also has a ton of control over Micah, which is going to be awesome.
Oh, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
All right. Well, now with our monsters thoroughly tangled, are y'all ready to get started?
Yes.
Fabulous. So, it's lunchtime at Diamond Ridge High Gym, nestled alongside the Missouri River in East South Dakota. Today's lunch is spaghetti, salad, and rolls. The lacrosse team jokes in the middle of the action, eager to play in the regionals next weekend. The goths huddle in the corner of the gym, sharing earbuds, listening to the latest release from the hottest local garage band, Fibula Grind. And the academic decathlon team / newspaper staff / yearbook editors whisper over their latest draft. What do we see when we meet your characters? And where are they sitting in the lunchroom? Who's around them? What are they doing?
Just gonna point out, all of those things that you listed for lunch can be eaten with one hand. So, Micah's going to take that as an opportunity to hold Nyx's hand while we eat.
Incredible.
My brain was like, what are we eating that requires one hand? Because I feel like anything can be eaten with one hand if you really want to.
But it's like things like spaghettis
Right,
and roll and salad, and it's just like things that aren't going to require like a great deal of dexterity.
Step up your food game. Learn how to eat with one hand. Yes,
so where are you sitting in the cafeteria? Obviously you're together.
Mm-hmm. Does this cafeteria have a window to the outside? Because we'll definitely take a seat next to the window to the outside so that, you know, we can look out and like observe things that are going on outdoors, because frankly the indoors is just so boring. And because I made the mortal to sit by windows so that they can stare dreamily out, because that's basically the point of the mortal, at least in the beginning of the story, is to just be the dreamer.
So Twilight.
Yes.
Stare out the window.
I hope there is like a blue like filter over this entire like.
No, just over the spot near the window. Just there.
So like the windows are like most of them just like normal glass, and there's like one panel that is slightly tinted blue.
Yeah.
Weird reason.
Oh, excellent.
I love this. How about Horace? And Celine, where are you sitting? Are you with the other two nearby?
Quick question. Can you see my camera?
Yes.
Am I moving?
No.
Oh. It's just spinning on my screen.
Oh yeah, for me, DW is also blank and spinning.
That's really annoying.
DW is not spinning for me, but DW is blank.
It's a camera that's built into the laptop, so I don't understand why it's just decided to not understand. You go first, Brad.
That's fair. Is there a part of the cafeteria that isn't like occupied by anyone?
Yes, the area over by like the cabinet where the balls are stored, like all the like hockey sticks and basketballs and sports paraphernalia. Hey, he's back. So
yeah, there's sports paraphernalia. What do people that play sports use?
I don't know.
Balls. I'm pretty sure it's just all balls of different shapes, sizes, and colors. I know this because I played a sports character last time.
Thanks, Jess.
Whoa, sometimes I can still hear Jess's voice. Alright, so Celine is sitting over there, like, and they're just like, usually when people like sit alone, it's kind of like pathetic. In high school, like, you know, kind of sad. They're like, oh, they don't have any friends, but like, Celine is like different in that they are like owning it, and like this is clearly something they prefer. I think that like they have like they're back leaning against one of like a locker full of paraphernalia, and they have like their legs like on the table, like, you know, like on the table. So like they are basically like a V shape, and like
you're not like other girls.
just completely unhinged, really. But like they look like, oh no, this is just like this is how it is, and like I think like as like lunch, progresses, it's like, if you're an outsider, like, looking at this for the first time, it's like, oh yeah, like, no one wants to approach them, but, like, actually, like, sometimes, like, people, like, do go over them and, like, have a, like, talk with her about, like, like, a bargain they want, and, like, she, like, confirms that, oh yeah, like, I can get you what you want, like, this is my price, and then, like, after, like, that business transaction is over, then they leave again, so it's like, this is more of a shop than, like, loneliness.
Are you the school oregano dealer? Is that what this is? Is that what I'm hearing?
Exactly.
It's like, instead of pot, it's just petty little wishes.
Yes.
I love this.
I love that.
Horace.
Yeah. Horace is that kind of nerd that everyone is okay with. They're fine. And so Horace is just going around to each table, like, just sitting with some people, having a chat, and being, just kind of, not especially chatty, but just kind of, like, nodding. And then when they get up to leave, just grabbing all their meats and just, like, and then moving to the next table, and then just chatting, and just listening in politely, and then waiting for his meat. Sometimes people just, like, throw him like a bone and just like destroys it. Just bits of fat and skin, just throw it. They're just like throwing it to Horace. Just like, the pleasant nerd that people treat a bit like a pet.
I think one of the lunch ladies actually like saves things for you.
Oh my god.
Totally like a friend of the lunch lady. Accidentally has called her mum once,
Yes!
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see the lunch lady, and she kind of like looks over and kind of lifts a silver tray of meat scraps and just like, eh.
Thank you so much.
You're a good one, Horace. You have a lovely day in class.
You too. I will now, for sure. Just rip into this stuff like a feral zombie.
Like Minecraft eating noises.
With like the particle effects.
Yup, fully.
Yeah.
Excellent.
As you all sit and watch the goings on in the cafeteria, there's a few things that are happening. You see the power couple, Gretchen and Lionel, kind of like every now and then making out and then like splitting away to do their own thing, coming back to each other. You see Baxter, the lacrosse star, they're kind of up on the table every now and then, like yelling about the championship. And you see them kind of jump off the table, and they're actually going to like start walking around the cafeteria, just like leaning into a lot of the groups, and kind of whispering something, passing notes over, and they're gonna walk over to where Nyx and Micah are, and just lean in and say, "Hey, you two, so my parents are out of town this weekend, so I'm having like a pre-regionals lacrosse party."
And Micah's just like, oh. And then looks at Nyx and just like, "Hey, Nyx, do you want to go? Because
is that a thing people normally get excited about?"
It's a thing that you might like. We could try it.
Okay. I'm laughing at the fact that this kid jumped off a table because I'm remembering a time in high school where a kid brought a table to school and like jumped through it and broke it in half and just didn't tell his parents until he took it home.
How do you bring a table?
Oh, you jump up off something and then you land elbow first through the table.
No, No, I
Did
mean,
you
like, you said
go up
they
John
brought a
Cena?
table with them to school. It wasn't already at the school.
Yeah.
No, it was in the parking lot.
Wild.
My school had a ton.
So what does Lionel look like? Like, what kind of monster are they? Are these
Lionel,
monsters in our school? Like everyone's a monster, or some people are human?
everyone looks human. It's kind of a secret that y'all are monsters. I mean, people kind of like question mark about you, Horace. They just kind of think you're the weird kid who eats stuff. You know, there's always that
Yeah,
kid that's like, "Hey, eat this
Oh,
thing," and they're like,
shit.
"Yeah."
My character description is wrecked, and I have hollow eyes. So I think they just think, oh, that's a weedy nerd. Probably has lots of some kind of unknown health issues or malnutrition. Eating all those Doritos and Mountain Dew, that'll happen.
That's amazing.
The gamer diet.
Yeah. And a lot of scars from where my body just reassembled back together after I got rejected.
A lot of scars, because he got telefrag. He got, like, reduced to bits.
Telefragged, yeah.
I was gonna say, your
It was
body is like
so-
95% scar tissue at this point, huh?
Yeah. I look like a human puzzle. But I mean, you get gibbed in Quake, so there's like chunks that go everywhere.
Chunks! Not chunks!
They went everywhere, if that makes sense. It's like
They've been everywhere.
Yeah. I've been places. Ceiling, floor, wall.
I think that like a bunch of people have theories about like what happened to Horace over summer break, like. But yeah, everyone's like, we don't want to say anything or like ask him directly because it's like rude. But everyone has theories.
And Horace might help you with your assignment if you get to stay on the good side.
But to answer your question, Lionel is our resident theater kid. I think he's got kind of puffy natural hair, dark skin. He wears like a turtleneck. You know, he's the arts kid, right?
Reminds you slightly of a Labrador Retriever.
Yeah. He's the golden retriever kid. But he's like always carrying some Shakespeare around, like.
Gotta.
And his girlfriend Gretchen Wieners, she's our queen bee, and she looks like Gretchen Wieners from Mean Girls because that's what
really
she looks
easy.
like.
For copyright reasons, this is a joke! Twitch.tv CA us.
Her father invented Pop-Tarts, not Toaster Strudel, but the brand name, because we can say brand name. But she's actually going to make her way over to saloon, where you're sitting there, and and oh no, did I? Celine, sorry.
Yeehaw! Making my way down to saloon.
Okay, it's also because we were talking about saloon in chat, because we were talking about Shard.
Yeah, we were talking about Shard.
We did this to you.
Thank you, everyone. It's lore time.
It's lore time.
She's gonna walk over to Celine and just kind of slide into the seat next to you.
Who's this again?
This is Gretchen, our queen bee.
Oh, right. Hey, Gretchen. How's it going?
Oh, hi. It's great. Everything's fine. How are you?
You know, everything's going well, as usual. Is there something you need?
I mean, no. I mean, yes. I'm sorry. I'm trying not to, like, be emotional right now. I'm getting in touch with my inner calm. Okay. So, I was looking at Lionel's phone completely on accident. It like slid open. My hand might have touched it on accident.
Oh
And
yeah,
I
of course.
might have scrolled to his Instagram, and I might have seen that he had liked some stuff that wasn't me.
Hmm.
And like from really a long time ago, like 6 months ago, he liked someone's stuff from like 6 months ago. Like he was clearly stalking her.
Ooh. Did you recognize who this person was?
I mean, I did, but it's really embarrassing, and you can't say anything.
Oh, of course, my lips are sealed. If
Okay.
you pay the right price, of course.
Oh, my dad invented Pop-Tarts. I can totally pay.
Oh, of course.
It was Jan, the class president.
My God! The class president? Oh,
She's like
I'm so
not
sorry,
even.
Gretchen.
She's like not even hot either. Like she's just like,
Oh my God.
I don't know. She's like got those cute little redhead curls and like those little freckles, and like she wears those really sweet little outfits with sweaters. Anyway, I want him to stop looking at her stuff. I don't want him to break up with me because I think he's gonna break up with me.
Oh yes, I can definitely do that for you.
What should I do?
Well, I guess, like, let's go into details of what you'd want me to do. Like, so you want me to, like... Do you want me to, like, do something to Jan? I presume?
Oh. Like what? Like,
You know, get her out of the picture, or, like, embarrass her so much that, you know... Or do you want to, like... me to, like, catch her in the act with Lionel? And then expose that?
oh, but then I would look like such a loser for, like, still dating
That's
him.
That's true. So definitely, like, make Jan look like a loser, and not Lionel.
Yeah,
That can
because,
be
like,
arranged. That can be arranged.
he's got, like, a really nice car, and he's probably gonna go to Stanford, so, like, I don't want to burn that bridge, you know what I mean?
Oh, of course not. Of course not.
So, like...
Christine, I do, out of character, just, like, curious of, like, what, like... Because we're so not teenagers, like... What kind of advantages, I guess, would the queen bee have access to that usually, like, people wouldn't in, like, this scenario? Of just, like, trying to steal what, like, Celine would want in, you know, as payment.
I mean, she has all the social access. She probably has it in good with the teachers, even. She probably knows all the right people. Like, if there was someone that you really wanted to talk to or connect with or have some power over, she could definitely help you with that. And she also has just money.
That's true. Money is quite important.
And she also, you know, you could get her to promise you something too.
That's true. But, like, what to promise is the juicy thing. Yeah.
Yes.
At this stage, you hear Horace laughing really loudly with Jan. They're like, Jan, you're the greatest! Oh man, how did no one love you? Hey, I got an extra plot.
And I just imagine Jan said something innocuous, like was trying to get them to commit to coming to, like, a school assembly.
Oh gosh.
And Horace loves school assembly, so he's like, yeah, of course I will.
Yeah, she's
I'm
like, the
glad you
pep
love
rally. You gotta come to the pep rally.
Christina, like, I have another question. Is the lacrosse party something that's really exclusive and hard to get into, or is it like for anyone?
It seems like it's kind of for everyone, but you would know that there might be certain people that you show up with that would make
Okay.
you more powerful. Like if you were to
Okay.
show up with Gretchen and her friends, or if you were to show up with Gretchen and Makoto, who's her best friend.
Makoto from Persona 5!
I was
Makoto
gonna say
from
Persona 5!
Yeah.
Alright, so Celine, like, takes a moment to think and then comes back, it's like... I will definitely help you out with your problem. In exchange, promise me that you'll let me, come to the lacrosse party with you, like, that be associated with you, so, I can... and introduce me to some people.
Oh. Sure. I mean, Makoto and I were just gonna ride over in my pink convertible. Do you want us to pick you up?
Oh, that would be wonderful.
Okay, like, wear something that's not weird.
I'll do my best.
Okay. Sounds like a deal. When can
Yes,
I
a deal.
expect Jan to be taken down a peg or two?
Of course.
Like, is there a timeline?
Well, okay, how soon is the party?
The party's tonight. Ooh,
Yes.
at the party would be amazing, actually.
Oh, yes, I love that. We can make her, like, the star of the show, but not in a way that she'd like it.
I like the way you think. This is gonna work. I'll see you at 6.
Oh, absolutely.
Bye. And she
Bye.
heads off towards the lacrosse table to do some schmoozing.
To buy some gallons of pig's blood.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So Horace, you and Jan were chatting. As you're talking, she's gonna kind of lean in and be like, "Hey, Horace, I'm really excited about, this pep rally. Do you think you could help me out by, like, making it extra special?"
What do you mean by extra special? I thought it already was pretty special. That kind of thing's really cool. Like, what can I do for you?
I don't know, like, you like kind of putting on a show. What if you did something at the pep rally? Like, no.
I'm more of a studier than a shower. I think Lionel would be great. Maybe we could talk to Lionel and get maybe talk to I know some people from the band. We could maybe get them to do like a marching band thing. That'd be kind of cool.
That would be amazing. Yeah.
Yeah,
I would love that.
I mean,
if you could
but yeah,
could you
that's really
talk
all
to
the
them
skills
for
I
me?
have. Yeah, easily. I mean, I talk to everybody. Sure.
Thanks, Horace. You're the best. And she seems like extra satisfied with
shut up.
herself.
I'm like, nah, I'm not the best. I'm just Horace. Are you gonna eat that? And then I just, like, trying as cutely as possible steal her meat.
Gosh.
You can't just steal someone's meat!
Gretchen, you can't
Yeah,
just steal someone's meat!
I mean, if, she's not eating it.
Just it from her body or from her lunch?
Ooh.
From her lunch. I would roll 10 someone on first. Thank you very much.
My god.
Yeah, I just steal it from a sandwich, like some of that cheap luncheon ham, And I'm like,
She looks a little sideways at you, like almost surprised, but then is just like, okay. And you see her scanning the cafeteria. Like, I have have to go.
Yeah, all right. I'll see you later. I'll talk to the band members and I'll get back to you on that. Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. I love prep rallies. Aside DM, what's a prep rally?
It's like
I don't know what
where
that
the
shit is.
whole
Australia?
Welcome to Australians.
Yeah.
the whole school like shows up and everyone gets really excited about a giant game. Like, oh, the big game's coming up. Let's make the team feel loved by doing weird things.
I find it hard to believe
really
that
boring.
Australia doesn't have a form of pep rally for something.
No, we don't even have cheerleaders. Well, I guess we have cheerleaders as in, like, the sport, but, like, not as in, like, cheerleaders at a game.
Like a
Interesting.
cheerleader literally is a teacher going, "Come on, that was really good." Like,
Do you have
that's-
mascots?
No.
My university
big
did, but not my high school.
Interesting.
I don't even think most universities I've been to have
Yeah, I don't
have
think most
mascots,
universities,
you know.
but, like, here's
They
the
have
thing,
a
my
logo.
university didn't have a mascot, but the sports teams did have a mascot, and it's a redback spider, because that's a
Oh,
strange...
that's terrible. I hate
There's
it.
Oh wow.
a university whose mascot is an orange, like a literal orange.
I can see
Oh,
that. That's
God.
great.
In the United
We
States.
can't get sidetracked by mascots again, we've done this before.
Yeah, no.
You're totally
Australian
right,
schools
Christina.
are
The high
really
school mascots are the best, the scrungliest little guys.
Oh, what's our school's mascot? At
Ooh.
Monsterhearts High. What?
Good question.
It's a great question.
It's an anthropomorphic diamond, because it isn't like Diamond Ridge or something. It's just got diamond.
See, I was like a ridgeback dog.
I was thinking.
Oh, what about a
Diamond
pity, a pibble?
Oh, I thought you said a pimple.
No, a
Pitbull.
pit bull. I have a friend who
Oh.
loves pit bulls, and so they always do that like baby talk where it doesn't sound like what the actual word is, but it's adorable.
Ah, right, like a Benoit.
I like that, like a pit bull mascot with like a diamond on its like jersey.
Oh, yeah.
Why is
Love
this?
it.
Why is this
Okay.
man got some bling?
Well, Horace is actually internally less excited about a prep rally. I thought it was going to be like a prepare rally, like prepare for your end of year or exams or your future. But no, Horace is just happy to make people happy, but Horace doesn't give a shit about a prep rally. Sports, come on.
Oh, I love that so much.
And Horace is going to go over to Nyx and Micah. I keep saying gotta say Mika. So Nyx and Mika to see if they got any food left.
Why does he keep sending like that? I hate that. Okay, I'll use it. I thought that's. Oh my gosh, the cheesemakers. I love that for you.
Why isn't the tea just cheese? Wouldn't that be, like, way better?
Yeah, honestly though.
Take it up with Tillamook High School.
Oh, that makes sense. It's
Yeah.
Tillamook. Okay, that makes
Yeah.
more sense.
That means nothing to me.
Mika, you got any food there? Don't mean to interrupt your canoodling. Sorry, I just really just trying to be efficient and not waste. You know, wastage is bad. And I'm eyeing off their food. Is there any food left over on your plates?
Since we're eating holding hands, one of us is going to be eating with our offhand. I have a feeling it's. Well, I don't know. Would
That's a
Nick
skill.
have an
That's
offhand?
a skill
or...
in D&D.
Here's
I
the
was gonna
thing,
say-
I'm imagining one of you holding a knife and one of you holding a fork, and then you just, like...
Oh, that's incredible.
Disgustingly cute.
I feel like if Horace just comes up and starts talking, the immediate response from Nyx is just to be like, have some food. I don't really know how to deal with this.
Horace likes that.
And then there would be Micah going, Nix, you've got to eat something. At least have the roll.
Can I have the roll back?
No, you haven't eaten much at all, Nyx. Do you not like this lunch? I can go find you something if you prefer something that's not this terrible choppy ham luncheon stuff, whatever it is. I don't even know. Extra sloppy joes.
Oh, it's
Extra
fine. I'm
sloppy
sure there's something in like my bag or something that I have. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Okay. Well, you can eat this sandwich. Let me know if you need something later. Okay? I'll sort it out. Bye.
Okay. Just gonna like lean over to Micah and be like, "Is that like a normal thing that happens?"
I don't know Horace all that well, but I seem to remember that Horace was a little bit different a few months ago. I don't know.
Like
can I make a move to see if I can figure out what's bothering me about Horace?
Yeah, that kind of feels like it
totally.
gaze into the abyss almost.
Oh,
Does
I
that
totally
sound
love
right?
Oh, I love that.
That sounds
Yeah.
exactly like a gaze into the abyss.
It's like
That's what I
Horace.
love about Monsterhearts, is that most powered by
Yeah.
the apocalypse games have like Ask the Universe, or
Yeah.
kind of like in Thirsty Soul Lesbians is like figure someone out, but like in Monsterhearts you don't have any of that. Instead you have gaze into the abyss.
Yep,
That's your
love it.
find out information move.
Also,
Yeah,
I
it's
just
so
I just
good.
love. I remember Horace being different, and Nyx's immediate response is like, "Did he have a different haircut or something?" Is that a thing people change normally? Christina.
You've lost his brains.
Okay, so with the roll and that I got a 7, but the thing is I have a move called Downward Spiral, which would allow me to add 2 to this roll, but I'd have to give myself 1 harm. And I think I want to do
We
it.
already like. Welcome to Monsterhearts.
You think so hard
Hey.
you hurt yourself.
Not even
Yeah,
an hour.
well, it seems to be something that my character would do. So with that, I have a 9 on this roll and 1 harm. So I imagine like I get a migraine so bad that my nose just like drips blood a little bit, and I wipe it away, and I just kind of like slump a little bit against Nyx.
So
What did you want to know?
I wanted to know what happened to Horace. Why is Horace
Why
different
is
now?
Horace different now. Okay.
So Horace, the abyss will show Micah confusing and alarming visions, but she will get her answer. So I'm wondering, who saw you die? Was it Celine?
Celine.
What if Micah kind of taps into Celine's memories for like?
Oh, so you see, like, from Celine's perspective. Yeah.
POV, you're Celine.
Yeah, in that case, you would see. I think I probably would have asked Celine to assist me and have maybe decrypt some of these weird symbols in this old book. They look like fairies, but inside out. So who knows?
Yeah, that. Oh god. Oh yeah, that is the color fragging ritual. I don't know why it's there, but.
Yeah. I don't mean like they're clearly demons, but it's like it's kind of like a reverse fairy. Weird. I'll see if I can get one. You see from Celine's perspective, kind of walking outside. Maybe I did it in the library, like in a little secret spot in the library. And you can see inside the window, and Horace is there, like with a big book, and there's candles around, and kind of like salt circle on the floor, and like waving, and then going around and be like, Hey, come in. Did you bring pizza? I'm not sure if I asked you to bring pizza. Anyway, and then you open the door, and you see me standing in the middle with the robe on that's like clearly too big for me, and going, Asum Baratsara fuck. What? And just gushing explosion of Horace everywhere. There's chunks and robe and hair. And then you see in the place a demon of Christina's making.
Holy.
See Christina.
So in the middle of
me.
the cafeteria, Micah is getting a vision of a demon summoning.
Yeah, and you don't
Uh,
know whose eyes you're seeing through. You see the eyes like look at the glyphs, look up at Horus, watch the explosion, and you see this kind of burst of like bright pink glitter almost from the ground, and this figure almost form in the smoke of this voluptuous woman, and she kind of blows a kiss and then vanishes into thin air, and you watch as the stream of glitter just like goes out the window and leaves into the
Oh.
night.
And then you see a slithering of Gibbs.
And they still didn't bring pizza.
And you see Horace reassemble.
Pizza was not part of the bargain.
It's
Pizza
like,
not
but,
free.
Considering I'm from a point of view of someone who was there and was helping out with this, I imagine Micah would internalize the feeling like she helped kill Horus. So the next interaction with Horus is going to be very awkward.
Reassemble.
I
But I mean, you see Horace reassemble then, and all the clumps slide back together
Reassemble.
and fit back
We're gonna-
together. And
We're gonna have to put a content warning on this for DW's description of Horus.
it's very funny. Think of it in a funny way.
Funny.
It is supposed to be funny, yes.
Yeah, and then like a big smoky cloud goes bang, and then he's all sealed back up together.
Yep.
Yeah. And the glasses are broken down the middle. I'm just like, oh god. Was I gone for a second? Why's my robe off? Oh, jeez, my glasses!
I can't see without my glasses.
I can't see without my glasses!
I'm so
That's
curious. In
incantation from
the
the top.
present day, did Horace get new glasses, or like the current ones like taped together?
Oh, that's a great
Oh,
question.
that is a really good question.
Totally taped.
I'm just imagining like tape over the lenses.
And that's how Micah knows
yeah,
the
now
vision
you
was
know.
real, because
Oh yeah, and then
the glasses didn't look like that before.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I love
but,
this so much.
now you know why I have all the scar, the weird like kind of it looked like people like
Yeah.
struck by lightning in summer. Was Horace in a car accident? Is Horace really into henna but bad at it? Like, just it's not super overt scars. Like it's not disgusting. It's just kind of subtle.
Oh my god. I posted in chat, you want to know how I got these scars? The second that Jess posted a Joker gif
Oh,
with
God.
those same words in the
Ah.
We all share a
was like-
brain here.
timing.
So, Nyx feels very weird because I don't think Micah would have ever done this before, and Nyx is like trying to like straighten out the creases in their shirt, and like pat her on the head, and be like, is there something I can do for you? Do you want a handkerchief or something?
I think Micah coming out of this, looks like she's about to cry, and just says, Nyx, remember when we talked about emergency cuddles? We
I
need
think
to go.
so, yes.
We need to go somewhere, and I need emergency cuddles.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, and you look over and Horace is like walking away, bends down and like looks around and picks up a chunk of meat off the floor and just like. And then like
Now
turns
Micah
around,
looks like she's going to start crying and throwing up because of
And then
the
skip,
associations with the
skip
meat
right
and the
the
bloody
hallway.
chunks.
Oh no!
Yeah, no, Nyx is probably, Micah's probably going to, head out of the cafeteria, probably dragging Nyx behind them, And it's just like, no, I can't even see food right now.
I was gonna say, if you want, I can roll that as like a running away thing, if you want me to do that.
Oh, yes, please.
Ooh, yeah,
Okay,
yeah, that sounds
I don't
good.
remember, is it 2 dice or what?
Yeah, 2 dice.
Okay,
plus
that's
the
what I thought.
modifier.
Okay.
2 dice, and then you're gonna add your volatile score to
Okay, that's what I
that.
thought. Okay. Oh, that's awesome! I rolled horribly. That's a 2.
Oh, yay!
Yay!
I love that.
I was like,
So,
I'm bad at this. I want to see what happens.
mark some XP, and
Okay.
as you're running away, do you want to do you have Micah with you? Like, are you two holding hands, or?
Yeah, I think we're still holding hands at this point, and
Yes.
Micah was trying to get out of the cafeteria before she either broke down in tears or threw up, so I have a feeling they don't manage to escape before one or the other of those happens.
Oh no, do
Okay.
we need a content warning?
I think we might need a content warning for what's about to happen. Yeah, I think that you're going to run and bump into the table with the lacrosse team. And Micah, you are just going to spew on this table.
Oh,
Yay!
And
really
you
let
see
that down.
the entire lacrosse team at first horrified, and then they start chanting barf, 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 and like the whole cafeteria is then now chanting barf, and everyone is looking at the two of you. And Micah, you are going to get a condition.
okay.
You're gonna get the condition gross.
Oh, nice.
Where do I put conditions?
You put them.
I think it's under straight. No, it's under your stats.
Yeah.
My stats.
And you can play on those conditions as well. If you like lean into your condition, you can add +1 to your roll. So yeah, now the whole school thinks you're gross.
That's great,
and-
and Micah's just gonna burst into tears right on the spot.
I was gonna say,
Next, I'm gonna give you a condition as well. And it's going to be guilt by association.
okay, I was gonna actually ask if that was gonna be the case, because I have try harder next time, which is when you screw up, give yourself an appropriate condition and take 1 forward.
Okay, do you want to do that as well?
Yeah, sure. I don't know what what forward is with a capital F.
It's +1 to your next roll.
Oh, nice. Okay. Okay. Yeah, sure. We can do that. Okay.
And what condition are you going to give yourself
Alongside.
alongside guilt by association?
Do we have a list of these?
No, it's like
completely-
makeup, whatever, basically.
Oh, I love how it says gross twice. Probably, more self-conscious than she was before? Because now you have experienced the entire school staring at you.
Cool skin. That's one of our content warnings now, which is like it makes sense because all the playbooks in this game are called skins, but when you put graphic ghoul skin, that's very funny.
What about non-graphic ghoul skin? What does that mean now?
Okay, so self-conscious?
Yeah.
Okay, so you now have 2 conditions, guilt by association and self-conscious.
Okay.
You managed to escape the cafeteria to the chants of barf from the rest of the school body. Horace and Celine, are you joining in on the chanting? You see all of this happening. This is not a large school.
I think Celine sees but doesn't join in. I think she's just like, this is fascinating. This like model behavior of like, chanting a word after someone does it. Why do you do that?
I mean,
What's the purpose of this? But it is interesting. It is.
This is not an American
interesting
thing, I
behavior.
will say. This is just
you've
a weird kid thing.
You've interacted with Micah at this point probably quite a few times. Does seeing her burst into tears after all this affect you at all?
No.
Fair enough.
Holy
Here's the
shit!
To Celine, Micah is like, I think Micah is fascinating to her in that, like, Celine knows for sure that Micah is immortal and isn't a monster of some sort. So, like, but, like, there are so many mortals in this school that, like, Micah doesn't stand out for being immortal, you know? So it's like, oh yeah, she's just someone that I did a business transaction with.
Okay. So Nyx is probably more interesting to
Yes,
you.
for sure.
So
I guess, yeah, like-
To...
Yeah,
Oh, you go.
this is interesting about Micah by association with Nyx. I think, yeah, that's definitely like how Celine views them.
Mm-hmm.
Horace is gonna then go to one of the bins that's empty, pick it up and be like, "Alright, everyone, puke! We got puke, come on! Like, someone could be sick, get rid of your lunches, no more, we're gonna contain this, come on."
I love this so much.
Okay,
Goblin child.
Someone get a teacher, make sure those two are okay. Nyx and Mickey are not looking so good, huh? Come on, this isn't funny, guys. Stop chanting. Get over your lunches.
Nyx, I want you to do this. This seems like you are enticing people to do something that you want. So we are going to roll our modified turn someone on. Which, what did we say we wanted to call it?
This was Horace. This is Horace.
Oh, sorry,
Draw
Horace. Yeah.
people in.
Draw people in. Go
That's-
ahead and roll your hot. See if you can
Oh,
convince people
no.
to give up.
Use your charisma,
Roll
Horace.
Cold off zombie.
Come on, Horace.
Use that charisma you worked so hard for.
Use that charisma, which is definitely a stat in this game, and not.
Yeah, I've got no charisma.
It's like, yeah, Horace is a -1 in hot, so that's very.
Yep, a total of 5.
Yeah.
You didn't do as bad as I did, so congrats.
Yeah.
So Horace, people are like looking at you. I imagine you're
Come
like
on,
dragging
do the
this
bin.
large like bin around behind you.
Yeah.
And some people are like, sure, and chuck like their garbage in. No one's putting actual food in. People have abandoned the like table with the barf on it and are like starting to move to class. A lot of people are giving you side eye. I'm gonna give you the condition trash panda.
Yay!
Funny that Horace doesn't already have that condition, to be honest.
And
Trash panda.
I think that because we're turning things up, somebody like is going to who should do this? Who should do this? Oh yeah. Scoops Jefferson, our school newspaper editor, is actually going to get in your way, and they're going to like get in your face and be like, "This is a crime scene. You can't contaminate it with your weird trash obsession. Like, I need to work on something like this for the paper. Like, everyone needs to know that this happened. So if you could please move out of my shot." And they're like aiming their camera at the destroyed table.
I say, Scoops, I hear what you're saying, but I don't know about crime scene. This wasn't a crime. Someone just puked. We need the teacher to get first aid kit. You know, make sure they sit down in the sick room for a while. Put a cold pack on their head. And you know, I know I'm not trying to tell you how to do your job. I just think if I'm an interested and invested student in this school, I don't want to look at a newspaper and see a page of vomits. Not a good look. You know what? You should maybe just take a picture of Nyx and Mika. Look at them. They look pretty forlorn. That's a bit more heart-wrenching than just a picture of puke. Gross.
This is journalism. Journalism has no time for canoodling. Thank you, though, for your input.
You're welcome, and thank you
And-
for accepting. I'm not treading on your shoes or anything. Tell you what, I'll get out of the shot. I'll even get some people to like make it interesting. If you give me something, just give me lunch.
I already ate it.
Ah, god damn it.
Scoops is going to take a string on you.
I love this so much. This is so good.
The bell rings, and it's time for homeroom that you have with Miss Coral, which is the classroom that we all set up. Are you all going to homeroom, or are some of you skipping? Like, we have an emotionally distraught mortal. You know what? Let's answer that question after a commercial break. We're
sounds good.
gonna have the bell ring,
God.
and that's a perfect time for the CW to cut to, all their commercials about new shows and stuff. So stick around for more teenage drama and hijinks.
And more content warning.
And more content warning.
Did we
After
content warning?
these
We did.
messages.
We did.
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
Yay.
Hey everyone! We're back with more Monsterhearts! So last time, if you're just joining us, or, we had a encounter in the cafeteria, we met all our monsters, we've created some mess, there was some drama with, our mortal getting sick in front of the whole school, and now we're going to homeroom. So the bell's ringing. Are you all going to homeroom to Miss Coral's class?
Oh, Horace is all about learning. Yeah, Horace is fast pacing it there. And I forgot to mention Horace wears like slacks too high, button-up shirt, bow tie, but kind of rocks it. Yeah.
I was imagining him as like the Weird Al Yankovic, like white and nudie kind of shit.
Oh yes, yes.
I imagine like Micah stopped by her locker and like changed her shirt.
Oh god, yeah. Christ.
And
Yeah.
basically just went straight to the classroom since nobody was there and they were having lunch, and just kind of like plopped herself in Nyx's lap and is just busy having a cuddle before everyone else comes in, and is just kind of
I think that would be their best.
trying to get beyond the whole mess that happened in the cafeteria.
I'm looking at a classroom setup where, oh yeah, I'm just trying to figure out where, oh, that's worse too, because you sit diagonal from Horace. Horace!
Yeah,
Yep.
Horace
Oh,
would be their
this is
best,
going to be
'cause
awful.
Horace didn't have to change. Horace had the bell and went straight to class, as Horace always does.
I
Yeah.
feel like the Horace in front of you is.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, no, I'm totally going to be footballing a note over to Horace.
Ooh.
No.
I like
know
that.
what you did last summer.
I know what you did last month. The fuck?
No, it's going to be a note saying, "I know you died."
Oh god.
Ooh.
Okay. I get this note,
I like this.
and I read it, and I'm like, write something back, and I like frisbee it to your desk, and it says, "Haha, which time?"
Oh no!
And then I wink, and you can see like this little kind of red embers.
Yeah, you just see Micah's wide eyes,
Oh,
and
God.
she looks a bit green, and
So do I, a little bit.
and then she'll like write down furiously on your note something like, "I saw what you summoned," and footballs that over to you. It's like the thing is,
anyone in class right now?
Micah is always really fastidious about making these notes, because you know how you fold them so that they fold in on themselves and they're that perfect triangle that you could just
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
yeah, she's
Yeah.
really good at it.
Is anyone else in the classroom at this point?
Yes, other people are filing in. You do see Lionel and Gretchen come in together. She's like still kind of clinging to him. You do see him, like he like looks at her, but he also like looks over at Jan and is like watching Jan, who was the first person in the classroom, and she's just sitting primly at her seat with her. You see campaign materials for class president for next year kind of scattered out all over her desk. And
Wait, was she there the entire time that Nyx and Micah were cuddling over by the window?
yes, she was, but she was like not looking at the two of you. And with her actually is Hypnos, the kid who sleeps all the time. He is at her side and is the most awake you think you've ever seen him, pointing out like, "Oh, I think you should maybe move that there. Ooh, it would pop more if we put a little spin on that phrase there. What if we made it like almost like it's coming out of the page?" Like graphic design is his passion in this moment.
I love that.
He hands over like a frog with like a white background and just sticks it.
This should be your poster.
Yeah.
I got
If
a
Jan
question.
is in the classroom, then Celine definitely will also be one of the first people to enter. I think she enters after Gretchen and Lionel, just to like keep an eye on them before they go to their seats. And she definitely like she takes her place next to Jan, and like while Jan and Hypnos are like distracted by like working on the stuff. Is there like a way for me to like see if I could like grab something for leverage, like out of this whole campaign mess?
Yeah. I'm wondering if this is also a gaze into the abyss roll.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yes.
Or you could send
I think dark one of my bad stats. I need to remember. Yeah, dark. I've got -1 to dark. Let's see how this goes. That is a 6.
6. Okay. So you get an XP, and you're kind of staring at you're kind of staring at Jan. Staring. And she's gonna turn to you and see you looking at her. And she's just actually, you see her face. Normally it would be kind of like, you're staring at me, that's weird. But you see her face light up. And she leans towards you and is like, "Hi, Celine. How are you doing? How's it going?"
Yeah, I was just curious about how your campaign's going.
Oh, it's going so good, but do you know what would make it go even better?
Yeah?
Do you want to, like, help me with it? No offense, Hypnos, you're doing some amazing graphic design work, and you see him just, like, turn purple and start stammering. She's like, "Why don't you go back to your seat, okay?" He's like, "Sure, Jan. Thank you."
There it is!
Yeah. Had to do one. So he just like blushes and kind of scuffles back to his seat and sits up like straight, has his notes out ready to go, and you see Norville next to him like, "What's going on, man? Like, what are you doing?" And he's just like in the back. But Jan will turn her full attention on you. "What are you doing?"
Ooh.
What do you want from me?
I have a question. Did Celine tell Horace that something was summoned? Because Horace didn't know. Horace just got thrown to hell and back again. Horace never saw the creature.
That's interesting. I think, like, if we want to make this spicy, Celine does not tell Horace about the demon.
In that case, reading the note that says, "I saw you summoned," like, yeah, Horace is shook.
I love that. That's great. That's amazing.
What?
Yeah, especially since Horace is fairly certain that Micah was nowhere near.
So yeah, Celine.
A long time ago. Well and done.
So and Jan will kind of lean into you, Celine, and just be like, "I can see that I've caught your attention, and that makes me so happy. I think we could
want
really
my
help."
intention?
Of course,
Can I turn her
do.
on? Can I use,
yeah.
actually use the what did we call it? Draw someone in move.
Draw someone in, yeah, go for it.
Yay!
That is a 9.
A 9, okay. So, she's going to promise something that she thinks you want. And she's going to, like, lean in and say, "So I know that you're going to the lacrosse party. I heard you're going to the lacrosse party with Makoto and Gretchen, but if you want something more interesting, our group, I'm going as a group. Do you want to join us?"
What's in it for me?
Oh. Anything you want, dear. Anything you want. And she's gonna slide you like a piece of paper with just a it just says tonight 6 p.m. meet at the convenience store. It's a small town.
Interesting.
It's like the sexiest place in town, right?
Interesting. Who
Meet
else
at
will
the
be
S-
there?
Meet at the S&P.
I dated the combination Pizza Hut and Taco Bell.
That's pretty fancy for a small town.
Yeah, it is.
Let's do it.
Especially
yeah,
for
the Pizza Hut, Taco
teenagers.
Bell.
Yeah.
Alright.
She says, well, I'll be bringing Hypnos and hopefully Chaos and Forks, and if I play my cards right, I think that Lionel's gonna come too.
Interesting. Well, you can count me as one of them.
Wonderful. Thank you for joining the winning campaign.
Of
And she'll
course.
like reach her hand out to shake yours.
Oh yeah, that is definitely a move to do with a fae.
I love that list of names too. Hypnos, Chaos, Forks, and then Lionel.
Yeah,
see, like-
yeah. I wonder who made this great list of names that includes Larry Butts and Makuta from Persona 5. Who put it in?
Oh,
would
we
do
should have
something
recorded
like
us
this?
making these characters.
Yeah, it was great.
Honestly.
Oh.
Yeah, her pink fingernails like sparkle at you as she pulls her hand back.
Hell yeah.
Oh.
Time to look at the seating arrangement to see. Oh, Gretchen is like diagonal from me, but I don't think I can get a note to her without Jan seeing me, so I'm gonna hold off on that.
It's like the thing
No.
is, Jan is right next to me though. Do I see any of this going on? Do I take note of it?
Oh yeah, and this is very almost out of
Horse's
character
ears
for
are
Jan. You're all right around here.
Right.
Horace, you're hearing this behind you. Jan's usually more the like business type of politician, like lays it out like, here's what's in it for you. We're getting better toilet paper in the bathroom. It's always very practical. Like this
I know
sort
what's
of
going on.
yeah.
Okay,
I know what's
here's
going
what I'm thinking. I'm thinking of Jan as like a really put together person, like sweater vest, button up shirts, glasses, probably a headband. Is she looking like that right now, or has she changed her look up a bit?
She looks like the porn star version of that.
Oh yeah, that's
Incredible.
definitely
I
off.
mean, remember. Well, I guess not remember because this was just something we like talked about like weeks ago. But like, basically, the tone of Monsterhearts is often CW drama, and this is a very CW drama because obviously in CW dramas, like it's teenagers being played by really attractive, like conventionally attractive adults. So like they go ham on that shit.
I
yeah,
love being
Blake
in high school.
Lively is playing Jan at this point.
Oh my gosh.
What's a CW drama?
Like Riverdale, like that kind of stuff.
Is that
Also,
content warning
since
drama?
am
Content
I
warning drama
getting
sounds
like
Twin Peaks.
a vibe? Because Jan's sitting right behind Horace, so am I getting like some kind of vibe of the feelings Jan has towards Horace? If there are any?
Stop talking to me. I slip you a note, by the way.
Oh.
Actually, no, I'm not good at throwing or being discreet. I just stand up and I walk it over every time, even though you're just behind me. I just stand up.
Oh my god, that's great. That's amazing.
Being really obvious. I like it. Okay.
Yeah. It just says, what the frag? It worked? Can you draw me a picture?
Can Micah draw?
That's a great question.
Draw. What's the drawing move?
I mean, I imagine she's like fair to average drawing wise. However, considering there was like a lot of pink and glitter, that would definitely happen on the page. And she could definitely get her point across that it was definitely a feminine figure with some demonic features and just pink and glitter everywhere.
Imagining like a stick figure demon, but has a big boot.
I was imagining that too, and then like a pink glitter
better
pen.
than that. I was just like, I'm thinking like, okay, maybe a little bit above average drawing wise. It's not quite a stick figure. Like, I'm going to remember my drawings in high school, which were like badly drawn anime.
I was thinking like badly drawn anime with the anime sparkles around her.
Yeah, like, I hope the eyes are like really like detailed and desu.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. Horace sees it and just turns around a bit.
That's so cool. Then I said like,
Yay! We got
Oh, great. So Horace is like turning around with this drawing, and Jan's like right there. And me as a player, I'm suspecting Jan is this creature, but Micah probably doesn't have a clue at this point. Just knows that Jan is acting weird.
Yeah, Horace is pretty discreet, but like just shaking the thing around, like no one.
Can Horace be discreet? Is that in the capability?
Maybe not discreet, but respectful. Like Horace wouldn't like hold someone else's art up unless they wanted. It's just like, oh, this is really cool.
I was gonna say, while we're kind of sitting getting ready for class, I can imagine one of the things that I'm doing is at least like probably doing the thing where like I'm braiding someone's hair and then unbraiding it, doing that to Micah, and watching all of this happen. I want to see if I can kind of discern what is kind of trying to get put together in Micah's head, like looking between Jan and everything going on there.
You definitely know all of it because while the cuddle session was happening, trying to calm Micah down, Micah just like whispered everything that she saw with Horace and the summoning and the death and what looked like a pink sparkly demon.
I have a question for Nyx. You're watching your girlfriend pass notes with another person.
Oh.
How are you?
Oh.
How does that make you feel?
I would imagine that, given that Nyx's idea kind of comes from, what I'm assuming is probably a YA novel, it's probably very much like a, I don't know how I feel about that, but it isn't positive. Kind of like I don't experience jealousy. I've never experienced it, so I don't know how to describe it, but it is weird.
I wonder if maybe this is a keep your cool moment.
Okay. Let's see. So
I kind of want you not to keep your cool.
Oh, I totally don't want to either, because this entire time Nyx has been nothing but stoic. That is a 9.
Since everyone wanted to not keep their cool, let's see. I get to give you a choice. Tell you how your actions would leave you vulnerable, and you can choose to back down or go through with it.
Okay.
So you could get into it with Horace. That probably wouldn't be great, considering you do know that there's some sort of, like, he's involved with demonic stuff, maybe? You heard Micah crying about that. Maybe he's dead? I'm not sure. It seems really complicated. And so, like, showing that care for Micah could be, like, really vulnerable for you. I don't know, how have you shown Micah that you cared in this way before? Like you said, you've never really done jealousy.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're focusing on Micah, not Horace, it's like you could, like, if you're focusing on Horace, you could get into it with Horace, but if you're focusing on Micah, you might think about how the cuddles helped, and maybe just, pick her up out of her seat and force her to have cuddles.
I was imagining that even for this, I don't know if it's necessarily like a romantic jealousy, more just like a thing that when you see someone that you're very close to and you're wondering if they're getting to be better friends with someone else. That's not you.
Yeah.
And like trying to think of a way to deal with that. And I think because one of my characteristics is being immaculate, I don't think I would do this, but Nyx is very much like just taking out a piece of paper, like writing down something on the paper, and like very much trying to do what she saw Micah do, to like flick it over onto the desk. And not sure if that's gonna work out, but well, the idea is there.
Okay, and you're flicking it on Micah's desk or Horace's desk?
Micah's desk.
And I just got a note from Nyx. Yeah, immediately I'm more distracted by the note than anything else, because Nyx is my person. And, yeah, so what does the note say?
Probably says something along the lines of like, I note that whole thing was quite uncomfortable for you, and I wanted to make sure that you know that I'll listen and that it'll be okay. Let me know if you need anything. And then like has like a little stick figure drawing like of two people like hugging, but it looks very bad.
Oh, but I love
like stick figures, but like the arms like
the arms are like massive.
Yeah.
I love this for them though. Okay, so I have this thing where sympathy's my weapon, and technically it says every time you forgive someone from hurting you and excuse their base nature, gain a string on them. But I have a feeling, like, since this is based in something that's really unhealthy, that Micah encouraging this behavior isn't good for their relationship, but I think she's going to do it anyway.
Keep in mind, you all also have a lot of strings on each other if you wanted to spend strings.
Stares at the 5 strings and Nyx has
Oh yeah, it's definitely something like that. But here I am thinking, like, Micah would definitely write back on the note something like, "Thank you. You know, all I need is you," and just kind of like hearts, and passes the note back.
Hey.
So at this point, the teacher is going to come in. She's a student teacher named Miss Coral. She usually teaches science. And this is actually a lab classroom. There's like the lab tables on the side with like Bunsen burner areas. But this is homeroom. And you see her kind of come in and will say, "Does everyone have homework to do for this homeroom period? Stuff to work on? Anyone need to?"
I feel like we've forgotten homework, and I don't even know if we had homework.
Well, we did start at lunch, so you probably had a few periods before, so you might have some homework. She says, "We're gonna have a quiet like work time for about 30 minutes, and then 10 minutes of just free time before you go to your next classes. So please be respectful of each other and." Oh, Jan, didn't you have something to say to the class? And you see Miss Coral like watching Jan, who's going to just stand up and just say, "I'm just so grateful to each and every one of you for your votes last year, and I just would like to announce that I will be running for student body president again next year." And you see Hypnos just clapping really, really, really hard. You see a Lionel also clapping, and Larry, and she's making eye
when
contact.
Lionel starts clapping, I'm gonna look over at Gretchen.
She is not happy. She is giving Jan a death glare. And Jan is making eye contact with every single person in the classroom.
At the same time, so
it's like turning around, making a point to look at each one of you. any of you feel like her... I don't know, are any of you like, ooh, I don't know about that.
Here's the
Is
thing.
it interesting
I want
to
to run this
you?
by you. I saw the demon with my eyes, but I did fail that gaze into the abyss roll. So I'm conflicted on where Celine would stand here.
Yeah, so I was thinking that because one of the conditions I currently have is self-conscious, I wanted to see, kind of do, like, one of the gaze into the abyss thing and try to piece together if she is staring at me because of something I did, if it's a judgmental stare, or if it's, like, a polite kind of thing.
Yeah, can I have you go ahead and stare into the abyss? And for Celine, I think that you think that Jan is mad at you. I think you leap to the worst possible conclusion.
Okay. That
I
makes sense.
think with the changes that I've seen in Jan since... I mean, I voted for Jan last year, but I'm not sure Jan looks like what I think a student body president should be right now. And I think I'm confused and I don't know how to deal with that.
Whoa.
I feel like from like our
Judgy.
character's perspective,
So
it's
judgy.
like in Yu-Gi-Oh! Where when Yugi possesses Yugi, he like looks like he's dramatically taller
It's-
and like he's like his face looks a bit different, but like no one seems to really acknowledge it.
It's one of those things when you see like a major change in someone over a year, especially someone in a position of power, and you're like, has the power gone to their head? Do I trust them with
That's
this
true.
power anymore?
Yeah.
So I rolled 2 6s and I have a +2 to that, so that's a 14.
Damn.
Oh, hell yeah!
That's like the best roll you can get.
It is the best roll I can get.
That's
Alright.
stare down the abyss.
So,
And the abyss
yeah.
does not stare back.
The
And
abyss
the
shows
abyss
you
blushes.
lucid visions, and you take 1 forward to addressing them. So you get a +1 forward on Jan. But you do, like, you stare at her, and as she's making eye contact with every single person, as she makes eye contact with you, Nyx, you see her true form. The abyss shows you her true form. The shimmering, voluptuous, pink, sparkly demon. Slightly fractured. You also see fracture lines across the demon, like she's not fully there, not
She
fully
also
whole,
defragged.
but
That's amazing.
she is incredibly powerful, nonetheless.
Okay. Oh, I like that. Okay.
When her gaze comes upon Horace is like, stop clapping. Yeah, Jan! Oh, and then Horace stands up, and I'd like to follow that up with letting you know that I'm running for president as well.
I love you so much. Oh, it's so good.
Horace!
Like, let's hear it for me. And
Oh no.
'cause I have a thing,
and
which is like, what is it? My hunger. I have a hunger for thrills. I chose thrills. So Horace is just like,
Yeah,
that'll be
yeah.
fun.
And now we
Yeah,
have
never
Micah
done
looking
before.
between the choices for student body president and going, I don't know if I want to pick either one of you.
Elections, am I right?
Horace, I want you to roll to shut someone down. Like, you
Oh,
are
yeah.
raining
Oh,
on
yeah.
Jan's parade right now.
Wait, you got the +2 cold.
I do. Blood too cold. Ooh,
I love
I've
this.
got 8, 6, 7, 8, 9. I got 8.
Ooh.
Spooky 6.
Alright, so
Honestly,
you get
this
to
makes
choose...
so much sense for Horace that you would roll a 9 and like not like get a full.
Well,
You get to
friends
choose-
are.
Because it says you come across poorly on 79, and that's what happened. I don't think a 10 can say that.
Oh, it's incredible. I love that.
So, you can gain a string on Jan. She can take a condition, or you can take 1 forward on Jan.
Oh. I'm gonna give Jan a condition.
All right, what is her condition?
What are the conditions?
You make it up.
Oh wow. Okay. I'm going to make Jan the condition. I'm gonna call it Old Shoe. She's already been president. People are a little sick of her. I mean, she's got a certain glow and vibe about her now, but now she's just really cool and
Funniest
popular.
condition.
Maybe
Yeah.
too popular and cool to be president. People are like, this president last year. Like, let's see something new. This
I
weirdo.
love that.
Shut up, weirdo.
Vote for me, I'm not Jan. That's your campaign slogan.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm not old Shoe Jan.
Oh, Chuja.
She gets to give you. She gets to give you a condition as well, and she's going to give you the condition wannabe.
Ooh.
I'll tell you what I want. What I really, really want.
I love this. This is so good.
I like the check. I know I look like trash, but at least I admit I'm trash.
Yep.
Yeah. That's Canada.
So as
Ooh.
the rest of you see this reaction from Horace announcing his presidency, what do you all do?
I think Micah's just going to try and be a bit neutral in this. Just be like, oh good, we'll have a real competitive election this year.
I think I'm more trying to get over the immediate shock that is like getting slapped in the face with like this limited to looking demon, that it's gonna like take me a minute to sit and like process that, and then also process what's going on, and then like sit and think for a minute and be like, this isn't normal. I don't think this is normal. I don't have a point of reference, but I don't think this is how this is supposed to be.
You did see the drawing that Micah was doing of the glitter demon, though, that she saw from her vision.
Yeah.
If you think you can make the connection from the anime glitter drawing.
You have to like have like an image of the demon and like the picture like side by side, and you like cross them over.
Yeah. I've connected the dots. You haven't connected shit. I've connected them. No, yeah, it's fully like the moment of being like, yeah, okay, sure. But then also being like, I don't think that someone is supposed to challenge a popular girl. I don't think that's something that's supposed to happen. And I don't think that's supposed to go well, so I'm also quite confused as to how this is going this well.
Celine definitely, like, I feel like she has leverage over Horace for the whole death thing, but like that's like, and I think Horace fascinates her because of the you died and you came back thing. But in this scenario, I think she's more concerned about like the promises and contracts she has with Gretchen and Jan. I think they are like interested in like making sure that the plan with Gretchen still goes ahead, while also not wanting to look like they're like going against Jan. So I think Celine won't like react to Horace running for president.
We're gonna have so many good things. We'll get stuff. Rally together and get a big escape park. Better cafeteria food. In fact, write anything you want to happen to this school and in a note, and just hand it to me, and I'll make your dreams come true.
Immediately, you're buried under like little airplane notes.
Hell yeah!
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely.
I'm a popular kid now.
Jan is like staring at you, Horace, and
I wink at Jan.
she's a little confused. She winks back and is like, "Can I get him on board?"
I like a double wink back.
So blinking.
That's a double wink. It's like 1, 2.
God. Winking but with both eyes.
I think she just is like overloaded by the amount of information and reaches deep into the 2000s or the 90s and just goes, "Ah, as if," and grabs her stuff and runs out of the room. And
Horace, 20 something, here to stay. I sit back down.
I think Celine is going to run after Jan.
Ooh. Okay.
Ooh, that's cool.
I was going to say that probably gives the class like time to just chat about what just happened, because that would send everybody at Twitter, I think.
Oh yeah, no one's doing any focus, and you see Miss Coral at the front of the room, kind of not giving a shit that everyone is out of control. Her eyes are kind of glazed over, and she's looking like out in the corridor where Jan went. And not paying attention. So yeah, the room is pretty much free, and people are taking advantage of that, except for Makoto from Persona 5, who is dutifully going over some flashcards with Gretchen, who is side-eyeing Lionel the whole time.
The mental image of, like, Makoto from Persona 5 in the Persona 5 art style, sitting next to Gretchen.
Gretchen Wieners, yeah.
Yeah,
they're all normal people except for her.
I think
she's our goody two shoes.
I think Micah would turn around and look at Nyx and just go, "That was really weird. What do you think we should do?"
I think we should more be worried about the fact that I don't think demons are supposed to be in high school.
I mean, what if they want to get an education, Ink? Don't be so judgmental.
Micah just looks a little bit confused. Yeah, I don't think demons should be in high school either. The demon that I saw summoned, where did you see the demon?
Oh, Jan's whole thing, the pink and sparkly. It kind of makes sense, honestly, thematically.
Shit, Jan's the demon?
I mean, like, in pieces, but yeah.
I have no idea what that means, but we've got to go after the demon, right?
Why? What are we gonna be able to do about it? I can't really do a whole lot about this.
Nyx just T-poses there. And hopes that stops the demon.
Like, I understand that I am magical, but I don't really have anything special I can do, unfortunately.
I think that Micah really wants to go after the demon. And it's just like, but if we don't do something, who will? I mean, Celine went after Jan, so I'm thinking maybe we just need to back up Celine. I mean, a Fae can take care of a demon, right?
Back up dances. Celine does like
Beyonce.
Yeah, it's like I'm thinking that Micah thinks Celine can do basically anything. I mean,
Celine... I do have +2 volatiles, so you're not
That's
wrong.
amazing.
I am
That's so good.
most equipped to deal damage in this group.
Oh, that's a lot of damage.
And of course, you would be hearing this conversation, as is Baxter, who is turning to all of you. Was gonna turn to Nyx and Micah and be like, "Y'all talking about demon? Is that like a new drink or something?"
Look at Micah for a guide as to whether or not I should be talking to this person seriously or not.
Mike at this point would be like, oh, it's like a super secret thing. We're not really supposed to be talking about it.
That's
Keep it
so
on keep it on the
cool.
down low.
Bring it to the party, yeah?
Is that a new drug?
Sure.
I mean, in a way, it'll be at the party, I guess.
How old is she? Can she get through this?
Rad.
Horace wouldn't probably be hearing this. Horace is got two things he wants to do. One's go over to Lionel and be like, "Hey, Lionel, how you doing there? Hey, so, I've got a favor to ask you. I know you're pretty, a drummer kid. You're pretty tight with the musician crowd, with the plays and everything. Hear me out. What if we get if you could put the band together for this prep rally? Is that what it's called?
The pep
Welcome
rally?
back to Australians.
Is it rally? Is it? Yeah.
Like
This
pep it up.
Yeah, this pep rally. And Jan's organizing it, and I think we should just help her out and do a really good job. Maybe she would appreciate it so much if you could help her out and maybe bring some band people. So it's not really a favor from me. It's more a favor for Jan. But I'm like a facilitator of kinds. Anyway, think on it. I slap him on the back, and then I go over to Betty. Oh, Betty in the
Right.
corner.
Yeah,
Don't
Betty.
we name someone Betty?
We did name someone
On the
Betty.
corner.
Betty is
and-
the most normal name in this whole fucking classroom.
Betty is our science enthusiast, and
I wander
yeah.
over with some science things because this is a lab. I'm like, hey Betty, here's some calipers and a beaker. Hey, do you know how to make fireworks or colorful smoke or explosions with your cool science?
Officially, no, but unofficially, oh yeah.
Oh, I'm not officially asking, but also not officially. That's really freaking cool. Yeah. What would you want if you could? What could I give you to make some of these cool, colorful explosion times?
Well, I mean, what's it for? Is it for anything like crime?
Is it for
It
gay?
wasn't going to be unless you would do it for me. Unless I had a chance, you'd do it for me if it was for crime. I just thought it'd be good for a prep rally. We can how the when the sports ball stars run through the thing. I'm not going, but I think that would be really cool for everybody.
Sports lacrosse.
Oh my gosh,
It
that
has a
would
ball.
be.
I guess, but it's... God.
That'd be really cool. And on the little tubes or whatever we're storing it in, you could write your name on it. So people are like, that's Betty's. Maybe not if it's illegal. I don't know. Anyway, just an idea is floating around.
Yeah, I could get that for you. Is there Horace? Is there a subject that you're really good at?
A little bit of everything. Horace is in big old nerd, but mostly math, science, and geopolitics.
Which
Okay.
makes sense why he couldn't summon a demon.
I don't think she would need help with math or science, but she does kind of pass over a paper to you and be like, "Could you take a look at my Soch paper? I know that you've edited stuff for people before."
Officially edited? Yes. Okay. Yeah, sure. I take a quick glance. I'm like, holy shit, this is really good. Can I roll to?
Yeah, real hot.
I love
One.
this. It's so good.
It's-
-1
I got a
stuff.
3.
Okay.
I obviously just glanced at it, did not read shit, and went, "Oh, this is really good." And it comes off as really sarcastic.
The
Oh,
flavor.
Yeah,
I'll
she's
do it
gonna
then. I'll do
yank. She's gonna yank the paper back from you and be like, well, you know what? I think that maybe this isn't a good idea. I think you're trying to get me in trouble. So I think you need to fuck right off."
Me? Trouble? I'm offended, Betty. Well, think about it, and regardless if you, make a cool exploding thingy or not, I'll still work on your paper if you need me to, okay? No hard feelings. I slap her on the back and sit back on the desk.
She's going to give you...
Slaps a lot of people on the back when he starts talking to them, like, alright, toodaloo!
She's going to give you a condition of... narc.
Ooh! That is like the second worst condition you can get. The worst condition is cop. And narc is a really close cop.
I was gonna say, it's funny because this is like your antithesis. Oh, I love that. While they're talking about that, I'm gonna look over at Micah and be like, isn't that supposed to be a thing that science people are really good at dealing with demons and stuff?
Science against demons.
Science.
You know, like we don't have a wizard hanging around, so I feel like scientists are kind of close, right?
Damn, I'm not using the witch playbook.
Yeah, maybe.
But you do have a fae.
We do have a fae, and it's just like, I think maybe the fae would be more knowledgeable in this situation.
The fun thing about Monsterhearts is that, like, I almost don't want someone to tell Celine that they're dealing with the demon before Celine gets hurt by the demon.
I'm kind of like, if I try to tell you, you're probably gonna think it's a joke.
We are really behind you right now.
That's
so
true. I could
even
get,
if
like,
we,
hurt.
I think if we start like going after you, it'll take us a while to find you. So, and here's also the thing. Micah does kind of have a little bit of a thing for Celine.
Ooh.
Would more interaction with Celine kind of goad Nyx into doing more jealous things?
Please.
Yeah. So now it seems like Micah's all about Celine. Let's go find Celine.
I'm gonna.
Let's not deal with the side person. Let's go find Celine.
I was gonna say while we're running out, I'm gonna be like, wouldn't you think that the guy who brought the demon in would have some ideas to how to get rid of it?
It maybe, but Horace looks really busy right now.
Does Horace actually look busy, or is it just like Horace like sitting there like flossing?
Fortnite default does.
You are muted.
No.
I rolled to keep my cool because I missed. I failed a hunger roll for the thrill check.
Ooh, yeah. Go ahead and keep your
I couldn't
cool.
get homemade fireworks made, so. But I succeeded. I think I got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Hey.
That is a success. What does your hunger?
Nice.
Your hunger, like, starting to intensify, but then, like, you're able to cool it back down, look like?
Yeah, I hyper focus on the all those notes that were thrown at me, and sort them ones into not serious piles, and then organizing the ones that are serious. Like I would like more disabled bathrooms, a cool skate ramp, different colored jerseys, like, and ones that are just like your butt. And
I think dogs should vote.
Yeah.
At least half of the notes are from Norville, and they just say school, not theme, but like school branded bongs.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
I'm gonna put that into the serious pile.
Hell yeah!
I love this. I'm gonna
Like,
look
let's
over.
face it, if someone sees, if a teacher sees a bong, they're gonna confiscate it regardless. They can't stop us printing the school logo on bongs.
I think they can cast a cease and desist, but sure.
Yeah.
Also, since you rolled a 10 and up, you do get something from Keep Your Cool, DW.
Yes.
Ew.
Oh,
Ooh.
for some reason, can you read it to me? Because my iPad... Oh, no, don't worry. I figured out how iPads are weird. Okay.
Technology. Wow.
I was going to
Okay.
ask you a question about... Yeah, it wouldn't scroll because it's like one giant panel. I had to
Oh, gotcha. Gotcha.
Yeah. Ask the situation to take one forward to acting on that information. Okay. I'm going to ask a question about the situation, and that is... How can I win over this classroom? Or the students?
How can you win over this classroom? Right now, this classroom, looking
Gosh,
around, it actually looks kind of divided. You see a lot of people that are zoned out, looking out towards the hall wistfully, Lionel included. You see Baxter is still kind of up and about. Forks is wistful. Hypnos and Scoops and Chaos, almost the entire back row. The only people that actually seem to be acting like themselves are Nyx, Micah, Baxter, Betty, and Makoto. I guess, and Gretchen as well. But she looks really upset. Everyone else is just blank face. You think, like, something is weird here. But for the remainder of the folks, you think that if you did something really, like, fun and entertaining, that might burst them out of their funk.
Okay. I'm gonna look over to Nyx and Micah and just see what they're doing. Is there...
Oh, we're probably having this demon conversation, and then you're like,
Yeah.
oh, Horse is busy, and I'm like, Horse, are you busy?
Oh, that's right, yeah. Well, I've got all these suggestions collated right now, so not anymore.
I have a suggestion.
What
Do you
do you
know how to
want?
get rid of a demon?
Strange you ask me that. No. But I apparently do know how to get rid of one, as in summon one. I don't know. I tried it
Can
once,
you-
it was a frivolous thing. I borrowed
Can
the
you
wrong books
just-
from the library.
Could you do the summoning thing, but in reverse, so it gets rid of them?
I don't know. Like, read it backwards?
And then there's
know
Micah
how that
going
works.
like really white, and then just going, could we not? And Micah's just like, I saw what happened the last time you tried, and doing it in reverse probably wouldn't end up much better.
I want Horse
But
to be
here's the thing,
included in
if
this
this is
demon
a-
run.
If this is a CW show, then honestly, reading it backwards might work.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What's
but the thing is,
CW
Micah
stand for
knows
in that
that
sense?
Horace died the first time.
That's true.
Reading it
Yeah.
backwards would probably cause a similar, if same, effect. And
Okay.
she doesn't want to witness something like that in person again.
Oh god,
But
yeah,
if
that's
Horse
true.
is here, that means he didn't die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I don't, but I'm sure that book does. I know it's in the library, and it's in the restricted section now, which, get a pair of bolt cutters, and we can still load it out, as long as we return it.
Gonna look at Micah. Do you have bolt
I
cutters?
will.
Is that a thing people usually own?
I bet Micah has some wire cutters.
Well, I know who has
We'll see if
bolt
those
cutters.
work. Well, then again, this is a science classroom. I bet she can find some bolt cutters in here.
Just finds a scalpel and like,
And this, this is a
Quick
small
strength
town.
check.
There's an ag classroom. There's like a welding class.
Yeah.
You can find bolt
Yeah.
cutters in
Yeah.
the school.
Oh yeah,
I want to see what's happening with Celine in the hallway. How far are you following Jan down the hallway? She's running to the ladies' room.
Yeah, I will follow her in, and because like I think like Celine's viewpoint right now is to like if she wants to help Gretchen and also kind of help Jan, the best way is to act like, you know, she's a comforting force and like to help Jan in the situation and just like listen to all of her concerns and stuff. And I'm doing all of this because I think it's really good and dramatically ironic that Celine doesn't know about Jan being the demon right now.
Yeah, no, I love that. You burst into the girls' bathroom and she is kind of slumped on the ground, crying. She's sobbing. You see her glittery makeup is smearing all down her cheeks, and she hears the door open, and looks up at you, and you see her eyes are kind of full of fear.
Ooh.
Oh shit.
Hey, Jan, I saw what happened, you know, back there, obviously. How are you doing alright?
No. He can get people to give them, like, their lunch meat. Like, he's so charismatic. People like him better than they like me. I'm just so serious, and everyone just, like, makes fun of me, and no one ever thinks I'm, like, cool, or they just think I can do stuff for them. And I mean, sometimes I can, but I can't always. You don't think like that about me, do you, Celine?
Of course not. I think you're a wonderful person, Jan, and you've done so much for us.
Oh.
But like, see, this is meant... Normally this would be a really touching moment, but Celine doesn't actually genuinely care about Jan.
Yeah, I was about to say, that doesn't sound like something Celine actually feels for a human.
Yeah. Are you trying to get her to do something for you? Or are
I
you...
think, like, in the long term, like, Celine wants Jan to, like, genuinely... Like, especially because before, as you said, like, I came to the worst possible conclusion. I thought, oh, Jan is angry at me.
Mm-hmm.
But, so, like, Celine wants to, like, make sure that's not the case so that, like, Jan trusts her completely.
I didn't realize my mic was off, but when you were saying that, like, oh, Jan, you've done something so good for us, I'm like, Garfield, are you /J or /SRS?
So I guess this would be, like, I keep forgetting what our move's called. The draw someone in move.
Yeah,
Again.
go ahead and roll with hot.
Whoa, that is double sixes, so that is a 13.
Woo! Yeah, you get a string
Nice.
on Jan.
Yeah.
And she's going to try to... She's gonna try to, like, sloppily make out with you. What do you
damn.
do?
Hell yeah. It's gonna... I hope... Oh god. Now I wish that, the Nyx and Micah ran up after, because this would be a funny thing to walk into.
This is the full, as we said in chat, Jennifer's body experience, huh?
Oh yeah. I think this is, like... The thing with Celine is that, like, she definitely, like... She herself doesn't, like, feel, like, sexual attraction, but, like, she assumes that everyone else does it as well, and is, like, using it for their own gains. So she's enjoying this, but also she's like, what's the end goal here? I mean, I guess this helps. This helps her, so, and hopefully this helps me. And also, this is also really interesting to me from the standpoint that if this is the demon possessing, like, what is the demon saying?
Yeah, so she's gonna, like... You both have glitter now all over your face, and she's going to lean in and whisper in your ear, Do you want to help put me back together?
Ooh. I will
It's
say,
rougher.
And she is pulling a string on you. She's going to tempt you
Oh.
to do... So you will get a XP if you agree to help to put her back together.
Scroll through all the Fey moves. Interesting. I think Celine will respond, what's it in, what do I get from it?
You get to help me put myself back together.
I think, Celine is too, equalizing focus of, you get something, I get something. That she definitely, hesitates. And is but humans in this situation would say yes.
But what do you want?
What does your
more
heart
could you
say?
I guess, I think... Can I have it that, Celine does, because I rolled so high, can I say that Celine, considers this, but then, thinks about, wait, what does that actually mean? What the fuck is that?
Do you want to gaze
just,
into the abyss? Want to gaze into the abyss?
Oh my god, that's... Celine is just not getting that this is a demon. I think that's so funny for her.
I kind of think that's amazing that the person who Mike is out here saying she knows the most about it is just anyway, nothing weird about this.
I mean, the thing is, Selena's so used to making deals that somebody making a weird deal with her is something that is considered normal.
Yeah. I think Celine has a moment of pause of wait a minute, and then thinks nothing on, and just I'm already helping you so much. What? I'm not sure. Do you really want me to help you out even more?
Of course I do. Then we can be together forever.
Ooh. Celine. Relationships. Not my thing. This is the weirdest business contraction.
Especially if Selena's still thinking of Jan as a human, it's just your forever and my forever are not equal.
Yeah.
Celine's commitment is not my thing unless it has to do with a contract. Other than that, nah.
Yeah.
I think Celine puts a finger underneath Jan's chin and just tips her up to meet her and just softly says, "I don't think you can promise me that," and then leaves.
Cold.
Cold.
Yeah, I think it's a shut down.
Shut her down.
Yeah, shut someone down.
That is a 10.
Yes.
Nice.
I love this. This is
so you
good.
get to choose. She loses a string on you, which she does not have anymore. You can gain a string on Jan. Jan can get a condition, or you can take one forward.
Ooh, I think it is more in character to take a string, especially because I feel even if I gave a condition, I feel narratively the condition wouldn't hold that much weight because no one else is around to see it anyway.
Right.
I think if it was out in the open, I would for sure take a condition, but for now I would take a string.
Excellent. So are you heading back to the classroom, or are you going somewhere else?
Ooh, I think Celine is definitely interested in what the hell is happening in the classroom right now.
Might see us leaving and heading to the library.
Yeah, I think that you would see Nyx, Horace, and Micah creeping down the hallway. Are you going stealthily, or are you just go down the hallway? Your teacher doesn't care.
Well, I mean, most everyone is in the classrooms and everything, so
Yeah.
I don't think we would need to sneak. I think we would be more suspicious if we were sneaking.
I was gonna say,
Right.
yeah, my brain was saying, if this is a work period, I don't see why I couldn't be going to the library.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, we have to pick up a book.
Chasing a potential demon is a thrill for Horace.
It is work.
One of his hunger. It's one of his hungers.
How thrilling is that for you, Horace?
Oh, it's pretty exciting. I mean, the idea of getting explosives was a little more exciting, but it's more curiosity of like, what did he summon?
All right, so you are pursuing that hunger. That's excellent.
Yeah. So a +1 to rolls.
I love that gif. Dress the having fun isn't hard when you've got a library card Arthur gif.
Could I,
Wait, I just live watching.
even before getting to the library, from things that I've seen, could I figure out what kind of demon has, for lack of a better word, possessed Jan?
Ooh, yeah. How much do you know about demons?
I did mention that
the boy.
my character was the one that was reading all of the fairy tales and stories.
Yeah.
So
Ah.
probably a bit, but maybe
But how
not some of
accurate
the
is that?
harder. Yeah, I know. I don't know how
Right.
accurate it would be because I have a feeling that a lot of the knowledge would be from things like romance novels,
Yeah.
which are probably super inaccurate.
Here's the thing,
You-
how many, like, YA romance novels are demon specific? Because I feel like they
Supernatural! Come on!
As someone who reads a lot of smut, there is a lot of subsection that is demon specific.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised. People know what they want.
I think that you, just from the reading that you know, do you want to gaze into the abyss? I feel like this isn't necessarily a role that you would need to do since you already have like a background.
I kind of want to do it anyway, especially if it gives
Let's
me a
do it.
chance for my character to hurt herself again.
Do it. Do it.
I
do it.
love
Yes.
it.
I love mess.
Truly.
I mean, even if I hurt myself, I think this would be a failure. Because I rolled a 1 and a 2. I think I have a
Oh.
+1. So that would be a 5. If I did the +2, that would bring me up to a 7.
Okay, which would be a mixed success. Do you want to do that, or do you want to just fail?
Yeah, I think this is appropriate. I'm going to definitely harm myself again. Give myself a +2.
A second migraine on top of the first migraine.
Yep.
Migraine
How's
square,
your nose
baby.
doing?
Okay.
It's like,
Are you-
am I like having like a hurt weak moment where perhaps Nyx might have to carry me the rest of the way to the library? Maybe.
If that's what
I
you're
slapped
hoping
Nick
for,
in the
I
back.
think you're going to be severely disappointed because you have imagined me from a storybook where it's like soft femme and these muscles are noodles. It's not going to happen. You're going to get dragged
you're
by
a
the
twink.
armpits.
I imagine like it's like Nyx tries but fails, and I think I'd have to use sympathy as my weapon. Because I have a feeling that falling would hurt on more than one level.
Oh my god. What if you knock yourself right in the hole? Have you considered that?
I might. Who knows?
Alternatively, what if we ask Horace to give you a piggyback ride?
Oh, Horace is the noodle-less. He's like the before you put the noodle in the hot water. He's just like the skinny.
I am
skinny
stuck with
noodle.
2 noodles,
I
and I
feel like
want to be a little
Selena's
bit of a
just gonna
damsel.
come and just see
You've
like
got
this puddle
uncooked
of people
noodle
on the
and
ground.
cooked
Like,
noodle.
what the fuck is happening?
I'm stuck with 2 noodles. I love that.
I think I'm going to use sympathy as my weapon and gain another string on Nyx.
How
For
many
being
strings have
noodly.
y'all have on each other at this stage?
We have a ton
like,
of strings. When we use
as a
these,
gang.
it's going to end up being epic.
When we get to use these, it's over for you, hoes.
Micah,
This is
you...
honestly the funniest part of this to me. Just like, we've got so many strings on each other, but we haven't been like rolling against each other that much.
It's
No, we
very
haven't.
good.
Not
Rolling
yet.
against enemies. But when we do, it's over.
It's over for you hoes.
Micah, you remember a romance novel that you read with a siren in it, who lured sailors to their death. And it was a pirate, like an Anne Bonny style pirate, who met a siren, and they just she lured her many times. And it was called The Pirate's Treasure.
Oh.
I love that name. That's so good.
Yeah, it's like Micah would just start talking about this story, and it's like, oh, it's just like in this story. I think it's like some kind of siren demon, perhaps, like something about her being able to persuade people with her voice. It's like, and really? It's like, I'll send you the link to the story. It's like super hot if you're into those sorts of stories.
That's fair. Not me, but you know.
I'm gonna look at Horace and be like, did you find her persuasive?
No. I just like to help people. And going by her track record of last year as president, she was great. So that's why, I'll tell you guys a secret. I'm gonna botch this presidency right up. And people are gonna be like, ooh, and rather than be like, should we vote for Jan? They're gonna be like, ooh, Jan or Horace? Jan or Horace? Horace is disgraceful. They'll vote for Jan, and we'll get a confident second term.
Oh, so you're actually helping Jan by being her competition. That's actually really nice.
I thought it was funny at the time. I thought it was kind of thrilling. But yeah, and also, competition is healthy, especially like good-natured competition. I was a bit sad that she ran out crying. I did like a little knowing wink at her to be like, it's okay, we're gonna have some fun.
Are you sure she understood that wink? Because I'm not sure I would have.
Especially the double wink, the blink.
Like, hey, I'm gonna compete with you for that thing you like. You wouldn't get that? And then I did a double one. Anyway, I actually go in the front when we confront this demon. I may not look like much, but I don't know. I can die, so it's not that big a deal. I mean, everyone can.
Yeah, we can all die first. Only one.
Do not.
Wait.
Joel.
Wait. How did you die and come back? Did you know you were going to die? Did you know you were going to come back? What were you actually trying to do, and why?
I was playing around with the spooky book because I thought it would be kind of thrilling if I could if black magic was real. That's kind of thrilling, and even just the imagination, and like, you know how you watch a scary movie and then at night after you're thinking about it and you spook yourself out. It's kind of thrilling. So I was like, maybe if I just get into the mood, I would. In
those movies though, when people summon demons, don't generally they end up being killed by those demons right off the bat?
Oh.
Just saying.
Well, maybe. I didn't think it was gonna work. I was just kind of trying to spook myself to get some thrills, I tell you what, that was probably the biggest thrill I'm ever gonna have. It's kind of disappointing, actually. Life's just kind of like in a slow descent of thrills from here. Anyway, let's go kill a demon.
Selena, you definitely have walked up during this interaction and seen the puddle.
If things hit the fan, just let them kill me, and then they'll give you time to run. And if they're trying to kill me, maybe I'll talk them out of it.
See, I told you that Horace was going to be helpful.
Helpful Horace. That's a good slogan.
It's a shame that the presidential campaign isn't going to go well for you.
What's this about demons?
I've been playing Doom a lot lately. It's a video game. It's really cool.
Oh, Jan's a demon. Fully unaware that is not a thing you should just say out loud. Yeah, Jan's a demon.
I love that, because, after my two failed Gaze into the Abyss rolls, that were, both, not just... just saying it out loud, it's so good.
But Celine, it's good to see you're alive. So, how was Jan? Was she okay?
Yeah, she was really
You're okay.
distraught, and she said something
Aw.
about wanting me to put her back together. I'm not sure if that was a euphemism or not, so I just left.
Yeah, sometimes I've observed as a non-romantic, non-sexual being that yeah, I just like to read a lot. But like that some people when they get into relationships, they're what my dad calls fixer-uppers. I think you should stay away.
It's like, and then there's Micah going, wait, you mean she asked you to put her back together and you just left? That's kind of hurtful.
It's gonna hurt. You know, maybe we should
She
make
did.
it
There
a
wasn't
bit
anything
better
there for
about
me.
ourselves.
The I can fix her to the she is making me
Wow.
worse spectrum.
Yeah.
Also, actually, would you say that there's like glitter on my face right now from the make out session?
Oh yeah. Yeah, you've got pink glitter all over like the bottom half of your face.
Oh yeah.
Celine,
Oh, I love that.
I
Yeah.
like this. This is working for you. Yeah.
Sure.
Totally not putting
Thank-
two and two together.
So, alright, we're just going to the library to see if we can do something to unsummon the demon. Maybe that will... I don't know. Wait, Nyx, you said something about her being... the demon being fractured?
Yeah, kind of like cracked, like in pieces, kind of like fancy old marble statues kind of thing. Like how they start to fall apart at like the joints.
Oh.
Maybe we can find something to send her back all the pieces, and maybe everything will be good then.
Sounds good to me.
But
how much?
maybe
shit.
Horace, maybe you shouldn't be the one to actually do the spell, since I saw what happened the last time, and we do not want that happening again.
Well,
How much?
True. I don't know how you saw her, but it's a little embarrassing. But also, like, if we banish this demon, I might have to be class president. Are you allowed to pull out? Much.
Well,
I actually don't want to be the class president.
Hopefully we can banish the demon without also banishing Jan, because...
Oh, shit. Oh, is Jan possessed, or did the demon like off Jan and Jan is somewhere?
I actually don't know that one.
Shit, that's
I
not good. I liked Jan. I don't know who this demon is. I don't want them to be president.
I think demons should vote.
Well, in any case, I think we're all agreed that we need the demon to go back to where it came from. So let's focus on that.
As someone running in a campaign, it's not a good phrase to use, you know.
It's like I kind of am
Exactly.
using the move with not using the move because I didn't pick it, but there's a move in the human stat, which is down the rabbit hole. When you go poking your nose into affairs not meant for your kind.
Honestly, I was surprised you didn't take that one. That one's
I
like
was so-
very Zen move.
It
Like,
is
the
a
name alone.
very me move,
Yeah.
but I wanted the sympathy as my weapon.
That's fair. That is fair.
And I've used the
Alright,
downward
library.
spiral one quite effectively, so I'm kind of happy with that one.
Monsterhearts the only PTRPG where you can say that. Yeah, I spiraled down really effectively.
Again, the spectrum of I can fix her to I can make her worse.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Alright, I'll show you where the book is. Oh shit, we should find out where Demon Jan is. Should someone try and keep her busy? I don't know. Let's just run and get this book and then go on a hunt.
Yeah, I think we need to focus on acquiring the book first. And Jan is probably going to be at the party later, so we can set up whatever we need to and just do it at or after the party.
Okay.
Celine,
yeah.
you know where she's going to be before the party. She's going to be at the P&S, the quick stop convenience store, picking up her squad.
Yeah, here's the thing. Celine, like, during this whole conversation where they're clearly, like, really, like, a team and stuff, and they're, like, you know, planning and stuff. Celine's been there, standing, like, being really conflicted about, like, whether to help them, because, like, they did give her the information that Jan is a demon, which is important, so, like, there's some leeway of, yeah, I want to, like, reciprocate somehow to, like, even the balance there. But also, like, she's like, how much do I help before it turns into something that I'm not comfortable with? Because, you know, I am giving them more than they're giving me. So, I think, like, the information of where she'll be before the party is definitely something that she's not going to tell them, but she's definitely thinking about, like, what do these nerds have to offer me?
Can I... I'm thinking, like, I can kind of want to collectively, with Nyx, draw Celine in.
Ooh.
Because I think Micah feels like they can't defeat this demon without Celine's help.
Oh, I
Don't
know,
you
like, we're
also-
making the move more general, not just, like, turning someone on, but, like, still, like, the tension of using that move.
Yeah, it's really good.
It's like
Oh.
the thing is, the way I'm thinking of it is I'm thinking of how mortals are generally perceived by monsters. And it's kind of like drawing in on that, oh, I'm a poor, helpless human, but you can help. You've got power. I can admire you for that power. And it's like being admired is pretty powerful for a monster. It's like especially, it's like, I think it's something about humans being so weak in the world of the paranormal. You know, it kind of like makes them cute and cuddly like pets, where you kind of want to care for them a little bit. If they interest you. But that is the thing. Would Micah be able to gain Celine's interest?
True. So that's, draw someone in?
Yeah. I think I have to roll?
You would
Right?
roll, but Celine, would you be receptive to this overture?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, that's an 11.
Ooh.
That's good.
On a 10 or up, gain a string on me, and I choose a reaction.
Okay. So I am definitely playing up, I am the helpless mortal that has been drawn into this situation, but oh, you can help me.
Yeah, I definitely think that this, like, makes Celine slip up a bit, but, like, I think because it's still Celine, the obvious response to this is that I promise something I think you'll want. So I tell, Micah that, like, you're in luck. I actually know where she's gonna be before the party.
Oh, that's perfect. Thank you.
She'll be at the what was it, like, the combination Pizza Hut
Taco Bell. Yeah.
There's gonna be a bunch of people there, like, including Lionel, which Gretchen isn't happy about, so it's gonna be messy.
That's good.
I thought for
It's
sure
kinda-
Lionel would be more focused on the party, but...
Did you see Lionel during, like, that whole confrontation, like, well, the whole Jan thing, like, Lionel was, like, like, you know, like, cheering her on. It was so weird.
I thought he was just being... You know how he's always a little bit over-enthusiastic? I don't know, it was a bit extreme for him.
What was Lionel's reaction to Horace again, like, when he, like, did the presidential thing?
Looked like offended. Like, how dare
Yeah.
you speak over Jan? Yeah.
Oh, that is very unusual for Lionel.
Scoops
Okay.
coming? My friend Scoops. To meet another convenience store?
Is Scoops one of the
Scoops
people?
Jefferson?
Yeah, like, I have lost track of who was with Jan.
I
You know
think
what?
it was
Honestly,
I don't
so
think
am I.
think
So have
so.
I. But for the
I know
sake
you
of
said
I remember it was a
four.
bunch of emo names, so I don't think it was Scoops.
I
It
think
was,
Forks was mentioned.
Yeah, it was Lionel,
Yeah.
Forks, Chaos,
Hypnos.
Yeah,
and
Chaos.
Hypnos.
Definitely. Oh, yeah,
'Cause
yeah,
I said
yeah.
it- Because I said
You
it's the listed, like, non-binary names and then a normal person name.
Scoops was in there because it was the entire back row except Norville. Norville is the only person who was immune to Jan.
Oh.
So
Because of the
Scoops,
weed!
because of the weed, can't
That's
be
a lesson
sex
for you
demon
kids.
if you're high, kids.
Emotional support vape pen.
He's just doing dabs in the back. No,
110%.
so yeah, Scoops would be there.
Oh, nice. Anyway,
Okay. Good
library?
to know. So we're heading to the library and trying to get away with this book.
All right.
I think Celine gave in to like giving out that information without like expecting something in return, which is very uncharacteristic, but isn't like drawn in enough to like actually like go along with them to the library. I think
Okay.
Celine is going to go off and find Gretchen instead.
So do we
Okay.
know Celine is a fae?
Yes,
Well,
because you know that she's a fae because you asked her for help
that's
with
right.
the
That's
demon
right.
summoning,
Oh, yeah,
and the other two know from the whole creating Nyx thing.
mhm.
Yeah. Cool. But before you go, Celine, can you just do a quick little, little contract? I'll do your assignments for the rest of the year. Can you just, I don't know, make me more good at stuff, good at banishing demons? Actually, no, because like I said, that I shouldn't do it. Can you make who's gonna do it? Micah, Nyx?
Maybe me, unless Nyx, you feel like you want to do that.
I don't necessarily know how banishing something that doesn't come from this world would affect me, so I don't really want to stick a finger
Oh, that's
into
true.
that.
Fair point.
Yeah.
Perhaps
And
it might be best if I be the one that tries it this time.
I think it'll be
Oh,
great.
asking
you've just
the
got that
mortal
sensibility
to
about you.
banish a demon is very
Yeah.
good.
This is going to be great.
I
This
think-
is not going to
I think you
backfire
just-
at all.
I think you just got that sensibility about you. I think you're gonna be really great at it. But also, I can't stress this enough. If it has a circle or any kind of banishing area, do not stand in there. I crossed it because I was expecting pizza. And so yeah, just stay outside. You'll be good. But yeah, can we make a pact? I'll do your assignments for the rest of the year, and you can make Micah really good at banishing demons.
See, this is interesting, but also from a mechanical perspective, I do not know how the fuck that would work. Christina, what the
Yeah, no, I think it's interesting and I think it's cool. And I think
It
that
could be a string. Micah could have a string on the demon.
Maybe I get like a condition that's like banisher.
could
I don't know.
yeah, or some sort of like self-sacrifice that you've
Yeah.
done this dramatic thing. I don't know. Yeah, so how about you give Micah a condition? And Micah, you can take +1 forward on Jan for this promise.
Alright, so... Well, that
And
I do promise that, Horace.
Sure.
Alright, then you gain 1 XP. But if you break a promise, then I mark XP. So have fun with that.
Oh, I see.
I can't wait till we banish Jan and someone gets to yell "Be gone!" Thought.
Okay, so we have two splitting storylines, and then we'll meet at the combination
party.
Pizza Hut and Taco Bell.
Oh, yeah.
I know we're coming up on time, so I want to kind of squish everything down if that's cool with everyone. And say you got the book. What did you want to get from Gretchen, Celine?
I was just like wanting to like convey information to her about like what's going on, because like, you know, we have that pact and I wanted it to go well. So I wanted to also keep Gretchen informed, so if like something goes wrong, she will know what happened. But also she's not gonna like mention the demons. Just like mention that Jan has been acting really weirdly, and the like they'll be at the combination Taco Bell Pizza Hut before the party. Oh, the other thing that was important for me to convey to Gretchen that was early on is that like, sorry, I'm not gonna be able to like ride with you to the party because of this whole situation. Here's what's going on. So basically, like keeping Gretchen up to date so that none of that backfires on me.
Are you breaking a promise with Gretchen?
Like, it's
That
definitely
was part of the deal,
something
wasn't it,
that...
you would get to ride.
Here's the thing. The weird thing about the Fae thing is that, like, I get stuff if someone else breaks a promise with me, but I don't think anything actually happens if I break a promise.
It doesn't.
And you
like,
even break the promise if you're a
But
Fae?
also I'm a Fae, so I'm definitely like
Yeah.
conflicted, I think.
okay.
I guess like
imagine
another
now
part
you
of this
have
whole
to
like
hide in a
I was
car?
telling Gretchen like the full details, and like I guess like trying to see if there's a way to like make a compromise of some sort, of like somehow way of still fulfilling, because I still intend on holding my end of the bargain, which is humiliate Jan at the party, and hopefully the whole demon thing at the party will also make that promise get fulfilled.
Okay.
It's more of a, can we make amendments to the contract so you can still fulfill your end of the bargain while I can, you know, do stuff to help make that bargain happen.
Oh,
Like,
I'm wondering. Can I just put something out there?
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be humiliating Lionel, but if the deal is humiliating Jan, could you take
Who's
credit
Jan?
for Horace, like applying for president and humiliating Jan in the classroom? Because that
Oh.
was pretty
Ooh,
dang humiliating.
That's pretty
That's
good.
true.
Yeah.
Is that something that you
But
think
also,
that I should have, like, asked for instead of, like, Horace doing the science homework all year? Or is this something else, do you think?
You could
I don't
take
know.
credit.
Horace offered it. But as a Fae, I feel like Fae, like, you can change the conditions of the pact if the person agrees to it. It's like when
That's
demons
true.
try and up it and be like, well, you can give me 1 soul, but if you get me 10, I'll do this. Do you agree to change? They're like, okay. Thank God.
Nishi RPG Gifts is in chat, welcome! I know that, like, this whole Ace Aero Monsterhearts was, like, thing that was exciting, so, like, welcome!
It's like we've had some pretty interesting situations so far.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
if you
yeah.
want to alter the deal, do you have strings on?
Oh, I have 2 strings on all the other PCs and also chat.
Okay. I was wondering if you had strings on Gretchen.
Oh god, the one person I don't have strings on.
I think that Gretchen will agree to it, but she is going to give you the condition sneaky.
That's fair, and honestly, as a Fae, do not mind that much.
Okay.
You're gonna get the condition
yeah.
snake.
All right. So we're gonna fast forward a little to our combination Pizza Hut and Taco Bell, which is the best
Yeah.
sentence I think I've ever said in my entire life. Uh, what the sun is like starting to go down. The glow of the neon signs light the parking lot where everyone's like shitty high school cars are parked. There's a group of people crowded around Jan. Now that they're like outside of the classroom, they're all fawning on her, trying to be like the one that has her attention. She's just like in the middle, just like, oh, thank you, dear. Oh, thank you. Gosh, who all is there? Oh, Scoops, you're so kind. Chaos, I love what you've done with your makeup, and Chaos is like, please let me do your eyeliner. I would do anything to do your eyeliner, Jan.
Chaos is like, how we do that pose with like the person like doing makeup like over someone else.
Exactly.
Yep.
So this is the scene that you all arrive into. How are you arriving at the combination Pizza Hut and Taco Bell?
I imagine
turned
like a bus drops us off, and Micah is clutching the book to her chest.
Mom, come pick me up. I'm scared.
Yeah, although I've given you like a sports almanac cover to like put over the top. Doesn't look like you're carrying like a creepy book. I'm dressed in a nice kind of like not too fancy of a suit, but like a bit of like a fancy suit when like a nerd thinks they're dressing up, and it's kind of like you look like you're going to a funeral or a job interview.
I love
And
that so much.
I've
Perfect.
made a paper badge that says helpful Horace for president. It's very like, it's big, like ostentatious. And I get off
It's
the
like,
bus,
and
I'm
now
hey,
you're-
man! My competition!
Here
I
to
wa- I
rain
wanna
on
say
Jan's
that, like,
parade.
After Celine had a talk with Gretchen, she, went home wherever that is, got changed, and just started walking towards the combination Pizza Hut Taco Bell, not taking any transit, just walking there. I feel like
Oh,
that's a very fame
I feel
move
like-
to just.
You know,
feel
it's
like we
probably
would've-
better because who knows how much iron would be in something like
Yeah.
a bus. That could even be painful.
Yeah, don't
yeah.
want to risk it.
Oh, so
Uh,
flashback to when we're having a team huddle. What is our plan for banishing? Are we waiting till we get to the party and get Jan alone? What was the? Just doing it.
I think that Horace is going to be the distraction, and Nyx is going to protect me while I try a banishment spell on Jan.
Sounds good. Sounds
Are you
good.
sure you don't want me to talk to Jan? I've been told I'm a great conversationalist.
If Horace looks like he's having trouble, go for it.
Yeah, you back me up.
Yes! What are you gonna banish Jan for? Perform a Janishment?
Jan.
I'm sorry, you
Yeah.
said that, and I know it's supposed to be Jan banishment, but my mind's like Jean banishment, a Janishment.
Management.
Scoops is wearing just full denim head to toe.
Britney Spears and Justin Timberlake would be proud.
Yes.
What's your hair
Yeah, just
situation? Is it
I
ramen?
step off the bus and I wave to Jan and be like, "Hey Jan, it's my competition. How you doing?" And I walk up and I slide a little note over to her and I kind of look at everyone else and be like, "Oh, just you know, presidential class candidate running stuff." I wink at her and give her a little note.
She takes the note and she's gonna lean into you and she says, "Did you want to help put me back together?"
Not
I
those
mean-
words again. Not those words again.
May in a way, read the note and you'll see what I mean when I say kind of.
She flicks the note open.
It's a list of the classroom and other students' wants for next year's, like, what they want for the school to, like, help her fulfill the election. And I say, I'm gonna give them trash so you can win.
She turns to you, fully thinking that she has you under her spell, and just like reaches out with the pink fingernail and just kind of drags it along your jaw and is like, "Thank you. I knew that you would never try to upset me. We're going to do this together."
I'm like, okay, out scar tissue. Oh, yeah, out scar tissue.
Yeah, we're doing this as friends, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, meanwhile, Micah's like sitting cross-legged on the top of another table with this like large book in front of her and trying to figure out how to do this spell.
Yeah.
I'm sitting next to you trying to look normal, like, how do you do, fellow kids?
I say, come find me at the party, and
we are completely inconspicuous. Haha.
I've got some good tactics for your run. And look at the bottom. That's some core words to when you're discussing and debating about like my quality, and it says descriptions for Horace, and it says trash panda, wannabe, narc, like my condition, reputation,
resume.
And like this will get you to sway him.
Honestly,
this is gonna be so fun.
Looking at everyone's conditions is so fun.
Yeah, it's
she's
like,
gonna fold the note and like shove it into her dress, and it's just like, "You're not coming with us to the party?"
Yeah. What are you doing here anyway?
Oh,
Are you
we're
getting
just
pizza/tacos?
we're gonna put me back together first, and then you can have whatever you want.
Well, I wouldn't mind some dinner, but a presidential talk. I yell at everyone. How are you getting people to put you back together?
She kind of looks over at the parking lot. There's like a forested area behind the parking lot,
and Celine walks out of the forested area.
I was gonna say, is Bigfoot in the woods?
And yeah, her eyes go wide when Selena's here, and she's like, "You."
Celine's like, "Me."
Me. I promised to help you with your presidential campaign. I did not promise you to help you put you back together. Those are two separate things in my fey brain. I'm still helping you, just not in the way that you want me to.
Are you saying that
it's not
this
even
out
funny.
loud? Like, you don't want to put her back together?
I'm helping with your presidential campaign, not with the putting back together thing, because that sounded like a euphemism for something I'm not interested in. I'm sorry.
As you say this, some of the other, like, her followers kind of turn to you, and they start, like, hugging onto her, and they're like, it's okay, Jan, like, she's not trying to hurt you, it's okay. And she, like, looks at you and is like, well, I do accept your help with the presidential campaign, but anytime you wish to join us, you're more than welcome to.
So anyway, what is this? How are they putting you back together? Presidential talk.
Oh, we're all here because of me, right?
Yeah.
Well, yes.
Yes.
That is precisely why I'm here.
Okay,
Wonderful.
I have a question. What does Micah have to do in order to attempt a banishment? And A, does she have to get within touching distance? B, I'm really kind of curious what would happen if Micah were to succeed in, turning Micah's head away from Nyx, because I have a feeling that could end really badly.
I think this would be a gaze into the abyss roll to banish her.
Okay.
Or lash out. Actually, it would be, I feel like it might be lash out physically. Because you're doing this
very funny that
with magic.
With magic,
Celine
yes.
is the best at lashing out physically, but she's not helping with this.
Right, but I'm just wondering if Micah has to be within touching distance, because I have a feeling that as soon as Micah gets within touching distance, Jan is going to try and put the whammy on Micah.
Yes, I think that, yeah, you have to, you've seen before, like, the circle. You think you have to, like, draw the chalk circle around where she is. And, or somehow,
don't mind me.
or somehow, like, get her in some sort of circle. And then chant the thing that, that Horace chanted, but of course backwards. And you do have to get closer to her, and it would be a gaze into the abyss roll, because that's what magic is, the dark.
Okay.
It's like, get her in a circle, so like stand on a pizza.
So I'm going to say, like,
Maybe
by
we'll have a
now
discussion.
that Micah has drawn the circle, but now has to lure Jan into the circle.
Like a cat.
Yeah,
Okay.
so Micah is going to go up to Jan and say something like,
I'm still waiting for Jan's response of like how she's being put together.
So Jan fully thinks that she has drawn you all in, and you are fully under her spell. And she just leans in and is like, oh, don't worry, it won't hurt. I'll just absorb all of your essence and become a whole person again.
It still sounds like a euphemism for something that we're not into.
Yeah.
It certainly does. However,
Hey, sir.
because
we're whispering this at the moment.
I think Micah, in an effort to kind of like move Jan into position, would do something like dance with me.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Dance.
And I think at this point, now that Jan is being... yes. And now that Jan is being honest with you, Horace, you do see the cracks on her. You see the kind of... it almost looks like she's porcelain. This glittery pink porcelain with the cracks all over. And you can see little, like, wisps of energy from all of the people that she has ensnared, kind of filling in those cracks with...
okay.
With like a bright pink light.
And I say, that sounds lovely. I would be so honored. Will I die? Not that that's an issue.
I mean, since it's not an issue, then I suppose I will take all of your essence, and yes, you will die.
But you'll rise up in a few hours, it's fine.
Nothing personnel, kid. Suck.
As long as you promise to be a good president, that sounds pretty good. And I like ease back.
She starts to like... Oh, sorry, go for it.
Oh, and then I kind of like signal to Micah, like...
Yeah, it's like Micah would be like, but first, before we get to that, dance with me? Just once.
Right. She is starting to like try and pull Horace's essence toward her, and like sees that she doesn't have anything to pull on, and is like starting to get a little like, something is up, I'm confused. And then when you say dance with me, she turns right to you and is like, okay, can I have you roll hot?
I will. Can I get a plus for my condition of self-sacrificing? Because I think...
Ooh.
And do you have any strings on her?
I do not.
Okay.
Okay, with everything put together, it looks like that's a 9.
Ooh, right. Nice. So she is going to, she's going to follow you. Like, what kind of dance are we doing? Are you giving your, she also now is like, oh gosh, I got another one. She's like, do you want to give me your full essence as well?
It's like, I have a feeling like it kind of looks very similar to a waltz in the fact that there's going to be a little bit of a spin to it with kind of like a rhythmic steps. And what Micah is attempting to do is do like one of those spins where someone like does the whole outstretched thing right into the circle.
Oh my gosh. Amazing. She steps with you gracefully, and you feel this kind of pulse of magic. You all feel this pulse of magic as she steps into the circle. Horace, the scars all over your body kind of start to ache and hurt. This familiar pull. Celine, you haven't felt magic like this since Horace's experiment. And Nyx, you also kind of tingle with like recognition. Your skin kind of tingles with like, oh, I know this feeling, and I don't know how I feel about it. You also see your girlfriend dancing with this evil siren.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
It's
like here's the thing though. There is something that could potentially go really wrong with this situation, in the fact that there is something with the true love, something about if my character.
Oh, if you fall in love with someone else, you give them a string.
No, but there's a thing where if I'm intimate enough with my love, my true love, and my eyes turn away, then my true love becomes their darkest self.
Yeah, that's
and
what I'm
the
wondering.
cuddling in the classroom counted.
Yeah.
Nyx.
So
okay.
Nyx, do you become your darkest self because of this moment? Even though it's like I'm not sure Nyx would understand that it was a ploy, and it feels like your girlfriend is turning to someone else.
Yeah, so the thing for the Hollow is your body is a prison. You do not belong inside of it. You need to put it in harm's way and make it suffer like it has made you suffer. So my goal is I am going to, is Micah still holding onto the book, or who is holding onto it at this point?
Micah was dancing, so she probably put the book down on the table and has memorized the words and is about to say them.
Okay,
It's sitting on a bright purple Taco Bell table.
Nice.
Yeah, Horace is gonna make sure that book's
so
okay.
funny.
Yeah, Horace is gonna get hold the book.
I was gonna say, yeah, I'm gonna give the book to Horace, and then I'm going to go, run over. I am going to shove Mike out of the way in the circle and hold Jan in place while she does her spell.
Ooh.
Oh.
Right. Jan.
Life is a prison, feel it!
Jan, do you do your incantation? Or sorry, not Jan. Micah, do you do your
Jan vanishes
incantation?
herself.
Be gone!
Oh my god. Oh.
If you look like you're conflicted, I will pull strings on you and roll against you to have you do this.
Do it! I love it!
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Yep.
considering how many strings you have on... Yeah, go ahead and
This is
make
hot.
Micah do this.
Yeah. Okay. This is my other one. I have a +1 too, which is also nice. Okay. How many strings can I spend a turn?
Well, the pulling strings, if you spend a string on someone, choose one, tempt them to do what you want, give them a condition, add 1 to your roll against them. So I think it probably would be like rule
It's
of
a
cool,
move,
like,
so like generally you only use
I
a
think
move
this
once.
can be
Yeah.
rule of cool. I think since this is like a heightened moment, if you choose to use all of them, I say go for it.
I was gonna say, if you want me to, that will be a 13.
Nice.
Because I rolled a 7 right off the bat, and I have a +1 to that.
Yeah, Micah will...
I'm self-conscious and I feel guilty by association.
Micah will be chanting. Kind of like despite what she wants.
Micah, you get to mark experience because you've been tempted to do that. As well as can I have you gaze into the abyss?
Okay. Let me gaze into the abyss, and I'm going to hurt myself to add to that.
What is your
because
harm situation?
Yeah.
My
She's
harm
at 3 out of 4.
My harm said 3 out of 4, and I
So
have a
you're
feeling
also
this is going to be a
surprised.
skirting death situation. Probably.
Ooh.
So that will be a 10.
Okay. You are so how much harm do you have now?
3 out of 4.
3 out of 4? Okay. Yeah, because Jan is going to fight back. You watch as she rises to her full height, a 7 foot of pure siren
Tall
energy. Yeah, a giant
I'm clinging
woman.
to her like a koala.
This just pillar of pink, sparkly, lust demon energy is just screaming down at you like, why would you do this? You see
Wait,
pieces of her.
Question, what's the roof situation of this Pizza Hut Taco
Oh,
Bell?
is it gonna be Celine with a
Oh, we're in
metal
the car
chair?
park.
No,
I think you're
I mean,
outside.
I'm like, will like she like rise like to her full height and then like bang her head against the
Hang
ceiling?
your head against the ceiling.
Oh, we're outside in the car park, right?
We're in the
yeah.
parking lot.
Okay, good. That's what I was worried for a moment.
I think the
It's like-
concrete though does kind of crack against the pure energy of both the spell and her coming to power. But you are able to start to just pull the pieces of pink sparkles off of her to reveal once more just Jan. But
like
some of
Monica,
those
just Monica.
sparkles do lash back out at you, Micah, and I do need you to make a skirt death roll.
Okay,
Yeah,
now
what's
what?
in a roll?
Oh, sorry, avoid. Yeah, so erase all harm and either become your darkest self or lose all the strings you have on everybody.
Ooh. Considering my character has the condition self-sacrificing, I think I have to lose my strings on everyone.
Ooh.
I like that.
And I think that this may put her relationship with Nyx in jeopardy.
I think the fact that Nyx is currently doing this is already putting the relationship in jeopardy.
I know, but it's
Mom.
I'm wondering if with the loss of strings, whether or not Micah considers Nyx their true love anymore.
Ooh.
Can I do a move with that? Because I have a thing called Strange Impressions, when a main character either harms you or helps you heal.
Yes.
Okay. Let me do that.
I need them with wide eyes, so you have to do the pleading of Moochie.
Yeah, okay. Let's see. What is it? Let's see. I'm gonna take Downward Spiral from you. I'm gonna copy that.
Uh,
Oh my
And
god,
Celine.
I love this fucking relationship, because, this really is, I can make them worse. Like,
Yeah.
Making them worse.
what have you
Yup.
learned from your partner to downward spiral?
Yep, to hurt yourself to learn things.
Yeah.
Wait, this is Shy all over again.
Oh no!
Celine and
Always
Horace.
has been.
It's been
You
Threeflings,
see
always
this-
has been.
You see this going
Horace-
down. What do you do?
Yeah. Horace is in it for the thrill and knows what needs to be done. And seeing that the real Jan is under there, that's my president. That's my class president. That's the Jan I know.
Get down, Miss
I just-
President!
I step forward and open the book up, and try and continue the banishment spell. Now it's kind of like leached off of Jan, but like kind of attacking. I'm gonna try and complete it and get rid of her.
All right. Can I have you also do a dark roll, gaze into the abyss?
I love that this is happening because that is your president.
Not my president. I've been rolling so bad today. Okay, so that's 5. And which one were? Okay, into the abyss. Oh, 6, 7. I'm going to use my string against Jan and make it an 8. Oh, 8. Yeah. Unless it's adding 1 harm. I either do a +1 to the roll or add 1 harm.
Okay. It would be adding harm, yeah, because you're essentially exercising this siren demon. And you see with your final words.
I actually have a +1 because this is about the thrill, so I get a +1 for.
Excellent.
For that.
Does that make it a 10?
9.
9. Okay.
Ooh, nice.
So you are able to further shatter the pieces of this siren, and you see them kind of crumble into dust. When they were like before, it was kind of almost the misty form that you encountered before. It starts to fade and drop like glittery rain all over all of you, and just sinks into the cracked concrete of the combination Pizza Hut and Taco Bell parking lot. And all that remains now of the siren is the glitter that is left on your party clothes.
Which just makes them look nicer, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was gonna say, one of my traits is immaculate, so I probably look fresh as fuck right now.
Yeah. Okay, and here's the important question. Is Nyx okay, and is Jan back to normal?
I was gonna ask about that.
Yeah.
Jan is going to kind of blink up at you, Horace. And is like, Horace? Hi! Oh my god, hi everyone!
Hey,
I had a dream that I was in the land called Oz, and you were there, and you were there, and you were there.
Why am I dressed in this slinky dress?
Yeah, I lean in and say, hey, there's a lot to explain. Just play along, and I'll explain it to you later, okay? You'll be okay.
Okay. What am I playing along with?
Oh, just like, just be cool. Just be cool. We're about to go to a party, and it's like we had a glitter bomb went off, so maybe that's why you're a bit dazed. But yeah, just stay awake.
Out here flashbanging Jan in the parking lot.
A party?
Yeah,
like Model UN?
What?
She's back to her old nerdy self.
Oh. In that case, 100%. That's gonna be so fun. Also,
Oh my gosh, dibs on France.
May you've forgotten, but I'm competing against you for president for next year, and it's all a sham. I'm gonna help you win. Just keeping you up to date.
Here's the thing. Celine sees this all, and she's like, I literally do not have to do anything for Jan to humiliate herself at this party. Like, this is working out.
Yeah, now Stan's back to... yeah.
And having this realization, she just goes over to see how Lionel is doing, like, now that, he's out of this spell.
Yeah, because, the France, the model screaming, France!
Yeah.
Lionel is also looking like he's looking around like, where's Gretchen? Why am I all dressed up? Shoot, am I supposed to be picking her up?
Yeah, I think, Celine, is like, sweetie, your girlfriend is, tell him the location of where she is, like, you should probably go find her.
Thank you. Yeah, I probably should. Should I stop for flowers on the way there?
Oh yeah, I think that would be a great idea. I think she'll love that.
Excellent. And he's going to rush off into the dark. And at this point, I would love to know what happens to all of y'all in the rest of this season of our little teenage drama show. Like what kind of stuff do y'all get up to?
I was gonna ask what that whole thing did if it affected Nyx.
That is a great question. What do you think, Nyx?
Is the banishment spell specifically for demons, or is it just overall?
It was for Jan. So for her,
spell for Jan.
it was for demons. Are you a demon, do you think?
From what I
feel
understand,
like you have Fey origins, if anything.
Yeah, from what I understand, I am just a magically created creature that is supposed to exist and be Micah's ideal partner.
Mm-hmm. But now that Micah no longer has strings on you, well, to escape your darkest self, you must come to see how someone else feels more trapped than you do. I wonder, do you see that now that Micah doesn't have those strings on you?
Ooh.
Or are you still darkest self? Are you going to continue the season in your darkest self?
That's a great question. Someone else feels more trapped than you do. I don't know.
I'm just gonna put this out there. You definitely trapped Micah when you forced her to continue the spell.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of what I figured here. Because I was like, yeah, just do it, Shia LaBeouf. Yep.
It's like, and plus at that point, you realize that you have power in the relationship.
Power.
But do you realize that is the thing?
Yeah, that's a great question, because I still have no idea of social cues. Wow, you're giving what is essentially a toddler emotionally power. That's a great decision.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I am going to do my best to kind of calm myself down, not be too freaked out about everything, and do my best to kind of go about everything as if it is normal, although I am very aware that a dynamic has changed in a way that is irrevocable.
Yeah, I think that's fair. And I also think, even though, especially because this is an extremely unhealthy thing to happen, I think Micah would reestablish the true love string with Nyx.
Hell yeah. You will never escape.
Because the thing about the mortal is that they have to have a true love string. And while it would have been possible for her to transfer it to someone else in this time, I think Micah's still really emotionally invested in the relationship she has with Nyx, and isn't willing to give that up, no matter how unhealthy that might be now and or in the future, especially considering what happened with the spell.
Yeah, I think Micah can try, and it's gonna take a bit now, just because of the guilt by association, the increased consciousness, and the completely, I guess, devolved relationship. That level of trust and everything is going to have to be reestablished.
But it's one of the things that I'm kind of really leaning into the condition of self-sacrificing. Nyx would, Micah would very much jump right back into that relationship.
How about for Horace and Celine? What is your wrap-up look like?
Right. I think Jan goes to the party and she's so out of her element, like so like unaware of what the party was that like she makes a complete like mess of herself at the party. She runs out the party crying, and not only did Lionel and Gretchen, make up. Like in time for the party to happen, so they, enter together. Like that also happens. So like Gretchen is having like the time of her life. She is loving it, and like she fulfills her end of the bargain with Celine. So like that's all wrapped up like really nicely, honestly, considering that Celine didn't actually have to do that much. Honestly.
And my job here is done. You didn't do anything.
So like yeah.
Nice. How about you, Horace?
And then, like, I
sorry.
think after the party, I think like life basically goes back to normal for Celine. She did not learn anything from this whole situation.
I have not grown as a person. I am a bitch with terrible taste. I will never change.
And honestly, like, the demon part was a bit exciting, but like this is the second time she's seen the demon, so it's not like an especially like memorable situation in her brain. So like basically it was like for me it was Tuesday kind of situation. But
it
she
was
does
it was a little surprising that it was in Jan, but
Ooh, get new material.
here's the thing. Celine still upholds her end of, actually, I was gonna say, like, she would hold her end of the bargain, because I think that's funniest, that, like, that happens, but, like, also, Jan the Demon never held her, I guess, like, what was the bargain, like, to pick her up and bring her to the party, or just meet at the Taco Bell combination Pizza Hut?
I think it could be, like, just meeting there would be fine.
Yeah.
So, you could be, like, a check, technically.
Yeah. I think, like, it's enough of it technically that Celine does feel obliged to help Jan with her presidential pain. So, like, Jan is really confused as to why Celine is helping her, because this never happened before.
Mission failed successfully.
Which I think definitely really helps out with, like, the whole campaign against Horace, so I'm gonna, throw this over to Horace now.
So after banishing it and getting that thrill, I get an experience from satiety? S-A-T-I-E-T?
Satiating.
I'm pretty sated from that thrill. And I level up 5 experience. And I'm going to advance by getting another ghoul move. And that is ending.
This is the end of the stream.
So-
I'm gonna use it.
Sorry?
I love that.
Yeah, so I'm gonna get the move ending. And so as we banish the demon Jan back to wherever it came from, the hells, I get a flash of what happened when I died. So ending is you remember every detail about your death. When you tell someone about it, give them the condition morbid, and I roll to turn them on with cold. Now my turn on experience is turn on move uses my good stat. But after banishing them, like Horace gets flashes of like getting his soul getting shoved down like worming tunnels of like flicking past flesh walls and just absolute horror going and being cast into hell. Spending what seems like about 30-40 years in this horrid place, like surviving and then getting like seen by like a big wormy eye, and then getting beamed out and thrown back into the room, and then remembering the feeling of getting sucked back together. And Horace is a bit of a dark child now. Going forward.
I mean, I feel like he always was. He totally.
No, he didn't remember it. He was just like, oh, what happened? Whoa. Why are my clothes off? This is weird.
I love this.
Now Horace is kind of like he's got like the Bully Maguire like fringe down.
Oh, you mean I was gonna say,
kind of
yeah,
like-
Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man?
Yeah,
Oh.
he totally turns, like does that narrative arc of being. He's not a jerk, but he's kind of like he's gone into like the sullen nerd or the Cullen nerd, if you will, and just being
I love
like a
this.
little bit moody, and I feel like his eyes would be on Jan in a like he's still like Arrow, but he's just kind of like, this is someone, even if she doesn't remember it, she went through something weird and bad as well. So I'm gonna look out for her. I'm gonna make her win that presidency, and I'm just gonna take out any opposition and get some thrills.
I love this.
Horace,
Well, thank you
and
all.
his voice drops a couple of decibels.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you all so much for playing and for watching, and that was our all Arrow Ace game of Monsterhearts. So let's go around really quick and see where can we find all of you. Zan, do you want to start us out? You're muted.
Hi, I'm Zan. I'm also known as Pale Rabbit on Twitter and Instagram, and something that I've been hopefully working on recently is Jess's Oops Old Dracula crowdfunder. I am a stretch goal on that. So if you want some really cool familiars for vampires, back Oops Old Draculas.
Let's toss it to Ink.
Hey, my name is Ink. You can find me on Twitter at These Dead Pens, where it will lead you to my other work, including my illustration work and my portfolio, including the work that I've done for Uncaged Goddesses and other projects that have come and gone. If you like to meme and scream, I am a good place to hang out. And if you try to find me in the real life, I'm not going to be happy.
I'm gonna send you a cease and desist.
Yes.
Draz.
Hello, I'm Draz. You can find me on Twitter at Resilient, and if it fucking breaks down, then find me in co-host. Today, Jess and I like, in addition to that crowdfunder, Jess is also got a Kickstarter, which I'm also kickstarting, which is the Grim Hollow Vulcan Clans subsetting / adventure that is set in the Grim Hollow world. Yeah, we wrote some quests about it, and also they've funded in like 10 minutes. You don't need we don't need your help technically, but if you like the setting of Grim Hollow, there's that. The trans witches and witches. The Trans Witches Are Witches bundle is still going for another week, which is also me and Jess, which is, a bunch of queer games that involve witches and magic and don't involve turfs. And of course, 2 weeks ago I played the Rose Bride in our 30 Solid Lesbian game. I updated a bit because April was kind enough to give me some feedback, so I've incorporated that in since the last time I promoted this last week. So yeah, that's all my stuff today. Like, so much.
DW.
Hello, I'm DW. You can find me on Twitter at DW_Dagon, and I'm technically, there's a thing called Oops All Draculas, right? It's really fun, it's really great. Technically, I'm working on it by backing it. I'm not working on it, but it looks so good! And I'm really excited for some familiars and stuff. So everyone should back it, because it's really fun. And who doesn't love vampires, or familiars? Or being familiar with a vampire. But yeah, that's all. And I'm kind of doing stuff, but that's not going to be ready for a while. So,
Wait,
Don't worry about
Jess, why did you give DW a crit? What is that?
I think
How
it's
does that work?
because of what
What?
what DW said.
What did I say? I don't even know what I say.
You got a crit.
Congrats.
Oh, panel.
Christina, tell us about yourself.
Hi, I'm Christina. I'm a GM, and I'm a role player, and I make games sometimes. And go get Oops All Draculas. Go do that. And also, if you're looking for other crowdfunders to take a peek at, if you're in the Pacific Northwest or anywhere around Portland, come check out the Blooms That Feed on Fire, which is also working in with the TPK Brewing, Portland's first TTRPG brew pub, which you definitely want to come check out. And if you're not in Portland, hey, there's a good reason to come to Portland. So I'm working on that with some amazing people, and Dana Ebert is like the head of this project, and she's amazing. So come check that out. And you're going to want to catch the Threefs the first Friday of March. And if you like Draculas, I think you're going to really like what we're up to. So, see you then. Bye.
Hi.
Bye.
Jess, who are we rating?
We're rating Party of 2, so everybody give them some Threefy love. We're going to shoot our behind the scenes video, so support our Patreon to get access to that. We're taking next week off, so we'll see you in 2 weeks. And thanks for joining us, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.